Hello, as my friend Stuart would say. Yes, I've had a few beers today, so just doing what I normally do. I've got Matt Mells in the chat already. I didn't realise that it actually went to publish the link already, and people were like, "Oh, what's going on?" But thank you, I really appreciate it. What's going on? Nobody's turned up. Crazy decided to have an early night. What's going on? I was doing a review. I set the link up, and then I went and done a review, which I've just done. So I'll show you that now. There's no one watching at the moment, so it doesn't really can't. Ah, there we go. We've got one person watching. So I picked this up today, this evening. A beer from the Baybrook Beer Co. They're out of Leicestershire, and this is their Keller Lager. I've been really getting into lagers recently. It's probably the weather and perhaps my age. And it's really out of focus and lots of shit going on. But yeah, I will be putting this link out very shortly. I just wanted to get into that. So this is a 4.8% ABV Keller Lager based on the old German style, of course. So yeah, a 500ml can as well. So yeah, I just done a review of that. I'm not going to go into crazy amounts of detail, probably because by the time I actually get to publish this video, it'll probably be midwinter, so it is what it is. But yeah, hazy as you expect for the style. Yeah, nice beer. So I've got one person watching. What you're drinking, where are you from, what you're doing, all that sort of thing. Give us a thumbs up and all that shit. Right, I'm just going to copy and paste this link out to anyone who wants to join. Always like to do that before adding people. Close. Of course, someone wants to talk to me at the moment. Oh, that was earlier on, so that's right. Hopefully, we get Thomas in. I think maybe Robin a little bit later. He's been out on the town. I think a few people have actually been out for a few beers today, so it could be an interesting stream. Whoever joins, so we'll bung that in there. As soon as that goes there, then. But yeah, so hopefully we'll so thanks, Matt. Hope you're doing well. Maybe you're one of the 3 people watching. Christ, I'm halfway through my dinner. I rushed it a little bit, and then was trying to get through to family, and of course they don't pick up the phone, and then you start doing something, then they phone, and all that sort of carry on. So yeah, Baybrook Lager, or Baybrook. They are Baybrook Beer Co. is a brewery in the British countryside, making high quality lagers to the German principles, basically. Keller beer, meaning cellar beer, is a style that we discovered and fell in love with from our travels to Bamberg. To make the best version of this lager, we have taken every possible step, importing malt from Franconia, I'm butchering that up, for its rich colour and aroma, sourcing high quality German hops directly from the renowned farm in Tettenang, softening the brewing water through reverse osmosis for the distinct smooth mouthfeel, and only using the fresh lager yeast grown for us in Bavaria. So yeah, it's quite an interesting read. I didn't actually realise that when I done the review, so hey ho. But yeah, I first heard about these guys back in August, or perhaps just before London Craft Beer Festival last year, 2019. So probably around about July, and then I realised it was just kind of lager centric. But when you're going to one of these kind of all-in festivals, didn't really kind of gravitate to them too much. There's so much other kind of styles that I really do love, especially from America and all that sort of thing, that imperial stouts, pastry stouts, yada yada. that I really want to try before, you know. So yeah. So I kind of kept the whole kind of list of breweries that were around in a spreadsheet, and I thought, well, you don't need to be at a festival to try some of their beers. So yeah, it's the first one from them. I've been wanting to try them for quite a while, and it's going down a treat. It's all right. So hopefully we're going to get some people in here. I was actually planning originally to go live literally 3 hours ago, but I was just about to leave the pub where I was at. One of the co-owners of the bar I was in Margate, the Little Swift, they were upstairs with some friends and stuff, and I was like, oh, fair enough. It's not a biggie, but her partner and stuff, they kind of really helped me out when we was on. Apart from delivering me beers from literally mid-March till beginning of July, halfway through July, the whole household had to go onto lockdown because a family member caught the lurgy. You know what I mean? And so the household was in lockdown. So I said, one of the co-owner, her husband, was like, oh, how are you doing? How's everything? Right. I said, well, not really. It's just explain the whole situation. He's, oh, do you want any shopping and stuff? He literally volunteered. I didn't ask, and he volunteered. And for a couple of weeks, he, like 2 or 3 times, he went out to the supermarket, got my list. I done an e-card, topped it up, put his link on the email, all that sort of thing. He got my shopping for 2 weeks. So it's like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, mean a hell of a lot to me. So that being said, saw him today actually out for a beer for the first time. He had friends down from London, which is all cool. So I was sat indoors in the pub, but yeah, there was about 4 or 5 tables. I was in the corner next to the old the plug for charging up my phone, which is all good. Just chilled out, had quite a few beers, some of the new stuff. So I picked up this, that really kind of weird, what do you call it? Pressure drop beer with loads of numbers and stuff. So that's good. So yeah, that's it. They ended up, their friends went back to London, come and sat with me. I was literally just about to leave. Like, oh, do you want a beer? You know, that kind of thing. Sit down with a beer and stuff. And yeah, so that put me back a couple of hours, which is, great. And then another friend, I hadn't seen him for ages. Oh, do you want a beer? One of them days where people like contact you and stuff. Ended up having a couple of pints of Cask just up the road, which is really good. And that's why I'm late. But I think there's been a few people out. We just got Rob here. He's on the train on the way home. We'll be on just after 10, which he said earlier, which is absolutely cool beans. Hope you had a great day, Rob. Hope you're not too pissed. If you are, then we will find out. 5 people watching. Really appreciate it on your Saturday, possibly afternoon, or if in the UK, evening. Really appreciate you listening to this waffle. And that's it. And I've just had another video call that, of course, as soon as you go live, you get relatives who want to talk to you. So I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to do this now, and then I'll come back. So apologies for any kind of length that I have to take this call now, because I need to speak to my daughter. So all that kind of thing. So if you give me 5-10 minutes, if not, I understand. Or if you're watching the rerun, just jump forward or whatever. So apologies, but it's got to be done. So Anyway, see you in a minute. Ta-da! 3 people. Oh, I really appreciate you hanging around. I just need to say hello to my daughter and stuff because they're in London and stuff at the moment. Hence, I'm doing a few live streams the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, we've got a few more comments. I think I already mentioned this, but yeah, got the window open, dogs are barking, yada yada, which is all good. Davor, how you doing, Davor? Hope you're doing well. If you want the link, let me know in the chat, and I will. I'll send the link. It'd be great to have you on for a little while. I don't know who's potentially joining. Sorry about the dog barking, but I think Thomas said he was going to join, but I'm not too sure. I need to go and have a look, see what's. He's not sure if he'll join yet. That's fair dues. I know he had a busy day. If you are watching Thomas, you know what's his. I can't remember his second name. You know Thomas. Hoggendam. Sorry. This is his parents' 50th wedding anniversary today, so pretty impressive. So if you're watching or you watch on the retake, you know, give him a big congratulations. That's awesome, man. So yeah, let me know, Davor, if you want a link in the chat, and I'll get the link and I'll post it out to you. So yeah. So what are we at now? Just gone 9:30. Not too bad. Still fairly early for me, anyway. So for 3 people watching, are you drinking anything? I've also got my my chicken stir fry here, so I'm going to be nibbling on this as well. So yeah, I was going to be doing a steak with some eggs and stuff. Got back and that was there ready to eat, so I'm like, yeah, I'll have that instead. So all good. 4 people, cool. Hope you're having a great Saturday night wherever you are, or afternoon, maybe if you're in the States. I'll recap on the old, not cap because it's a can. Baybrook Beer Co, or just call it Baybrook for now. I don't know if it's Beer Co or what. Baybrook Beer, yeah, Baybrook Beer Co. Specialise in lagers, and there's a lot of these kind of breweries starting to pop up. Perhaps not so much this year, but over the last year or so, maybe just a bit more. The Keller Lager, this is based on the German style. So yeah, these guys are out of Leicestershire. So yeah, slightly hazy as you expect for the style. I actually learned a bit of the style before I went and reviewed it earlier. I actually purchased this one today, so very easy drinking. So yeah, gone down to 2 people, which is weird. I started talking, then people have gone, so it's all good. What else has been going on here? I actually bought a mic, a microphone. So I was trying to get the old quality of the reviews with the sound up a little bit. Got all this kind of like it's one of them ones you got on Amazon. I think you know the one if you're watching Rob. It's one of them kind of deals. I've had so much trouble trying to work out what the hell or how to use it. It's been real kind of. It's one of them things you like. You know, you clip on like you're on telly and the journalists and all that sort of important people what they use. There we go. I don't know why I got it then, but you know what I'm saying. It's so yeah, you clip it on here like you know, and all this sort of carry on. But do you know what? I don't think I haven't got an absolute Scooby how to use it. I haven't got a clue. It's got about 5 miles of fucking lead. and then you plug it in, at the end of the rainbows type kind of thing. And can I get it to work? I don't know. But it's the right size to go into my actual camcorder. I've got a Sony HD AV-C HD progressive. I put it in there, it just doesn't seem to work. So there's probably a setting somewhere on whatever device you're kind of using it on, but I can't work it out yet. I wanted to use it on this as well. The actual speaker of this live stream now is part of the camcorder. But obviously, I'm not going to have people coming in and out because my partner and the girl aren't here, so I can, I can kind of like not worry about that. But yeah, it's kind of it's all. I tried on my phone. Yes, I've been doing loads of little takes. Put the old camera in with the old extension for an iPhone. One of these little kind of jobbies. You put that in, because you can't put the old round thing part in the bottom anymore. It's all that, and then convert it into that. It just, I can't get it to work. I don't know why, but whatever. We're back up to 5 people, so really appreciate a few people who have just started to join. Yeah, welcome back, Davor. If you want a link, mate, let me know. You're very welcome to join. It'd be great to have you on the channel and have a chat. Davor is from Slovenia. So yeah, I'll be really quite intrigued what you're drinking and stuff. So if you want to join, that'd be awesome, man. Absolutely cool beans, as my friend Paul would say over in Pennsylvania. So what is everyone drinking? There's 5 people watching. So we've got Ronald Sutton again. How you doing? How you doing? Well, yeah, let's drink. I mean, I've been drinking sort of the best part of the afternoon here in the UK time, of course. So yeah, I'm just had a bit of something to eat. I've still got more there. When more people join, I'll cut the old sound off and I'll finish off the rest. But just to not be rude. But so yeah, hams. I know you like your hams. Yeah, absolutely. In Ohio. So yeah. That's your kind of go-to beer. What I see, I've seen you on like various streams before over in the States, so it's kind of like, yeah, and you're always out on your porch and stuff. It's like, yeah, quite a good fan of when you join stuff. So hope you're keeping well anyway, Ronald. Here we go. We got Davor chiming in, drinking 6 degrees north. Their barrel age. How do you pronounce that? Bombina. Honey beer, aged for 2 years in Bordeaux barrels. You don't fuck about, do you? You just seriously don't. I think last night you was on some other kind of barrel aged. I think it was a bourbon barrel aged beer. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, welcome, Ronald. Yeah, cool. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. It's. Watching any small channel English guy kind of thing, and out of all the channels are around these days, I really appreciate anyone who's kind of watching, taking their time out to watch. So yeah, it'll probably get a little bit more exciting in the next half an hour when 1 or 2 potentially intoxicated characters join, but which yeah. It's boring otherwise, isn't it? So just me, it's like, you know what I mean? So Davor's chiming in again and saying I spend money wisely, my money. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that. That's absolutely, yeah. Cool. I know I can't remember. You might have been on James's channel where he's saying you kind of like you have really kind of long hours and stuff like that. So yeah, you know what I mean. I think he was just on holiday the last time you joined James's stream, maybe 2 weeks ago or so. So I think you might have been going away somewhere. I can't remember. The old, just like the New England IPAs, the old the brain bank goes a bit kind of hazy with memory. So, but yeah, hope you're having a nice weekend anyway. So, what else we got here? No one. So we've got Davor and Ronald in the chat. So 3 other people, 1 or 2 just joined. What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything at the moment? What's the deal where you are? Are you in the UK? Well, where are you for a start? That'd be really cool. Just, yeah, let us know. We've got Rory chiming in on my private chat, the secret private chat. We'll be on in a bit, so that's cool beans. There's a few people who've got the link. So yeah, Davor, let me know. If you want to join, it'd be great to have you on. You know, I was quite intrigued by when you joined James's chat, or if you just want to just drink along and watch, that's absolutely cool as well. What else we got here? What city am I? I'm not in a city as such. So if you know the UK, you've got London. On the map, you've got London. And then to the southeast, I mean, it's made up of counties, a bit like you've got counties and states in America. Over here, it's just counties. There's no states apart from England. Well, it's not really a state; they're countries, aren't they? So you've got England, which is made up of counties. So I'm southeast of London in the county of Kent, hence the channel name. So I'm in a town called Ramsgate, which is, if you're into your golf, I'm about 6 miles from Royal St George's in Sandwich. It was supposed to hold the UK Open this year, last month in July, but obviously it got cancelled like every other sport in the world this year. So I'm just north of that. So in East Kent, I'm right near the sea. I'm about a 10-15 minute walk from the cliff top, so I can look out on a clear day. I can see northern France. So yeah, that's where I'm at. What else we got here? We've got Matt Simpson saying, "Hiya, I'm drinking. It is Wednesday. My Dues by Press Drop, which is a lager. It's got that kind of burger. I've not had it before. I've heard it. I think my good buddy Dean reviewed it. I think Rob had it a few times. 2 people I know have had it at least off memory. So yeah, I mean Pressure Drop. I actually bought a Pressure Drop earlier on. So yeah, great brewery. Not drinking, walking, but we'll be drinking soon. So yeah, Rob's on his way from the station going home. He'll be here shortly, so that could be interesting. So we've got Rob and Rory will be joining probably in the next sort of 10-15 minutes. So it's absolutely awesome. Rob said like hours ago that he'd be on around about 10, so that worked out kind of well. And Ronald said it's cool beans. So yeah. So Davor, let me know if you want to join, and I'll send you the link anyway, and I'll leave it up to you. It's just just easier. Catching up with some chat. Looks like Harry's in a bar. Oh, he's in Harry's bar in London by the look of it. So if you're not watching Harry, but I hope you have a good weekend in London as much as you can. So let's have a look. It helps if I actually copy the link before I actually send it to Davor, doesn't it, really? Right. I'll send it to you, Davor, and then if you want to join, you're more than welcome to join. So it was last active 10 hours ago, so there you go. No more comments. Still 6 people watching, so I really appreciate you chiming in and watching this rambling idiot drink a can of beer. We got Thomas in the chat. Thomas Opent from the Netherlands. How you doing? Hope you're all right. Yeah, you wasn't sure if he's going to join or not, so it's no pressure. You got the link if you want to join. Hope you had a good day. Congratulations to your parents as well. 50 years today, I believe, their wedding anniversary. So I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, that's really absolutely cool. So he's not going to join. That's absolutely, yeah. Just got home a little bit ago. Yeah, knackered. Yeah, no biggie. I mean, I was supposed to have started this up at like 7 o'clock your time, but you wouldn't have been around anyway. But yeah, it's just the way it went today. It's like I was going to come back and then say, "Oh, how you doing?" I was like, had a beer with them. Another mate kind of text me, "Oh, what are you doing? Do you want to get out?" You know, didn't realise I've been out kind of like 4 hours myself. Had a couple of beers with him. I haven't seen him since well before March, kind of thing, and met someone else on Wednesday. I haven't seen him since March, and so literally the last sort of 3-4 days, I've been just catching up with people that I haven't seen for a long time. So I've been to the pub like 3 times in the last 4 days. So literally Wednesday was my first day since early March going out to a pub. So it's kind of that kind of confidence sort of thing with, you know, the whole world of like shenanigans have been going on. Okay, mate. Yeah, I trying to work out who or how to send you the link. It's going to be tricky. I'm just trying to work it out. Are you on any kind of social media platform? That could be a route. So back to Thomas. Yeah, they celebrate today. Anniversary was it was last Tuesday. I didn't really. Oh, right, okay, right. Because I remember when I joined your stream sort of briefly yesterday, you mentioned it. I assumed it was today, so that's me bad. But yeah, that's just awesome, though, isn't it? It's 50 years. Jesus, you get less for murder these days. So, yeah, I don't really like posting the link in the chat. I could do, I suppose. What I'll do, I'll post the link and then I'll delete it. And then, because I know what you look like anyway, so it's like anyone else. I'm like, let me have a look at this. That's an interesting question. Who was one of the first beer tubers in the UK? Well, I don't think there were beer tubers at the time, but there's a guy, not the singer, but the beer enthusiast. Rob will be on in a minute. He'll have more of an idea than me. He wasn't really a beer tuber, but he was being recorded on video describing beers. The guy called Michael Jackson, and then after him, what's the guy's name? He wasn't a beer tuber though. It was just more of a. Oh God! He used to. When Rob comes on, he'll definitely inform you, enlighten you more about that kind of it. It's not probably who you think. What's his name? I actually subscribed to him as well. He had a bottle shop near Leeds or north of Leeds. I'm annoyed now. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go onto my because it's just gonna annoy the hell out of me. What have we got here? I will as soon as I see it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's him. What's his bloody name? Zach Avery. I just remembered it. he wasn't a beer tuber. I know he's one of the guys that inspired Rob from Hopzine, who'll be on soon. First, I think Rob was more of a blogger before he went on to YouTube. And he's been, I don't know, is it 10 years Rob's been going? As soon as Rob joins, he'll enlighten you and give a more accurate kind of response. I know, obviously, Simon Real Ale Craft Beer has been going 10 years, just over. So beer tubers, but there's been people on YouTube prior to that. So yeah, so proper beer tubers is, I don't know. It's between Simon and Rob, around that sort of kind of carry on. So we've got a few more comments here. Classic Kentish Ale, Rich. Thomas, yeah, 50 years, man. Yeah. If I got married tomorrow, I'd still have to reach 88 pod. Yeah, exactly. I said to you this the other day. If I, we were talking about, was it 75-year anniversary? What all these kind of like stones and which is associated with marriage, and does it matter really? Like milestones in faithfulness, I guess, especially these days. It's a different era, though, isn't it? It's just it's like back in like the 1920s, 30s, people were getting married at 18 and then just like, so literally 18 years old onwards. If you both have a good life, you're going to be married for plenty of years. Here we go. Rob's here in the old chiming in with the chat. Yeah, Zach Avery, Mark Dredge. Okay, I've not come across his stuff, but obviously Zach. I guess these two are probably influenced you to be a blogger before a beer tuber, but that's just off the top of my head. Yeah, Beer Goggles reviews. I've not really had much. When I first kind of started looking for stuff, it was more one of the first ones was Simon. I think he'd literally been going a few weeks. It just happened to be around about that time. I think he had about 20 or 30 reviews when I first started watching, and I went back and watched all of them just like to catch up and stuff. And then literally at that time, which is like bang on about 10 years ago, I was like, I could do this. And never done it. I should have done. And then within about a week or two, I found Rob. And then a year or so later, I found Greg's from Greg's Beer Reviews, and he's kind of like, you either love him or hate him kind of guy. I know Rob loves him a lot. So yeah, there's a few guys. And then I found like, for instance, other people, Ginger Ale Outrail, Stuart Pickard, different style again, never understanding, but an awesome dude, considering my brother, like a lot of the beer tubers, really close kind of knit, but been doing it for the right reasons. I think that's where back in that time, 8, 9, 10 years ago, people doing beer reviews for the love of doing it, and there's no kind of ulterior motive that seems to have seeped into some people. As I've already said before, it's just how I feel, being around the whole kind of beer tubing community for a while, and I like it when it's genuine. And not about anything else. Doing it because you love doing it. The reason why I do it, as I've said before in other streams, is because it's more of a catalogue of what I feel you're doing a review on the camera. You're keeping it at that time where your taste buds are, where your tastes, and it's captured. And I thought, it not only I put it out there, but then also I could look back and think, oh wow, look at my taste buds then. Not that I ever watch my reviews back, because me on camera is just watching yourself back on camera. For me, it's just like I watch someone else, but not me. It's just one of them kind of deals. So yeah, I mean, but everyone's got their own style of reviewing beers, certain styles they like, dislike, which I think is great. I'm more interested in to see why certain people don't like a certain beer, rather than what I like and they like. Some people are very similar, but I'm more interested of stuff I don't like that they like. That kind of thing. I'm really intrigued by that. Not because it's about the beer; it's just individuals and. But yeah, even individual kind of reviews, styles. It's like James goes on. It's like a proper him being a teacher. Goes right through the whole brewery, the beer, the history, like 40 minutes, and then he'll crack the beer open, kind of deal. Which is absolutely fine. There's a beer reviewer for everyone out there, and which is great, which is the way it should be. I think you asked this question yesterday. I've never seen that in Aldi's in the UK, that beer. So I don't know whether it's a contract brewed beer from a brewery in the States or near Ohio. Not too sure. But I've never seen it in the UK Aldi's. We've had one or two contract brewed beers from the States actually come into the UK Aldi's. I've never seen that, which is but it's interesting, isn't it? Some of these beers that you just don't realise where they've actually come from and what they're all about, etc. So 8 people watching, really appreciate it. So hope you're having a good Saturday, and I'm just going to take a bit of a swig here because my mouth's getting dry. Still quite warm. As Jake would say. All right, okay. I guess that's in reference to the beer. I can't pronounce it, so I didn't even bother. So it's Bitburg. Okay. I wonder if it's actually contract brewed or whether it's been shipped from Germany to the States. That'd be interesting to find out. What does it say on the can or anything? He's also chiming in. Had my first Old Speckled Hen the other day. Enjoyed it. Yeah. It's a very traditional beer, obviously, as you know, from the UK. Old Speckled Hen. They have a gluten-free version now over here. I don't know if that's ever made it to the States. I don't know what the whole gluten-free kind of modern take is in the States. Gluten-free is proper kicking off, and the low alcohol beers, because apparently the younger generation are drinking low ABV beers these days. So we've got Hopzine just about to join. I'll get through this one comment first. I use JCCP for my reviews and try to be objective as possible, but there is also a subjective note in the final verdict. I mean, subjective is, I get that kind of point of view, but there's also there's bad beer, there's beers brewed bad, but there's also a variation, I'd say, within styles. Rob's not there at the moment, but when he actually sits down, I'll add him. We've got a couple more here. Made by Bitburg, distributed by Aldi's. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I'll have to have a look for it. Perhaps it's been there. I just not even seen it. Oh, it's a Pilsner. Okay. I didn't look it up. I assumed it could have been something like that, being from Germany, of course. So Rob's just about to sit down, so I'm just going to add him here. Hopefully he's keeping. How you doing? Can't hear you. Can I? I can hear you now. 2 seconds. I just realised my. Hang on. 2 seconds.
The entrance music.
My computer's playing silly silliness at the moment, so.
I was playing Silly Buggers.
Right. Give me like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and I'll be with you.
Get more suitable lighting going on.
What happened there? Come on, laptop. You can do it. Right, let me just sort this sound out for me. You could probably hear him, I can't.
I can hear you fine.
What's going on with my laptop? For goodness sake?
See that fucking
There we
doing?
go. I should. This laptop should have a meter where you put the old coins in. It's just snails are faster than this thing.
Saw that malware.
Sound and hardware. Adjust volume. For some reason, I go to the volume thing on the bar.
What you gonna do, Kent's beer reviews when Hobbsing runs wild?
Here we go. Shut up! I can hear you.
What you gonna do?
Not much. How you doing, brother? You all right?
Can't talk like that and not have a drink. Yeah, I'm all right.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
very good. I'm very good. You missed my big
no
intro. I had my Hulk Hogan music and everything. I was for Rory and anybody else who
I didn't
enjoys
hear
that
the
reference.
thing. Didn't hear
I'm
the
playing
thing.
Real American. Hulk Hogan's intro music.
Wow. We've got 10
I'm gonna
people.
sing it for you. I'm
We've
gonna
got
have to sing it for you,
people.
everyone now.
10
You're
people
gonna
watching,
lose.
which is
You're
astounding. I'm well
You're gonna have
happy.
to. You're gonna lose some now, I'm afraid.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what you gonna do? Can't be reviews.
I don't
Brother.
care. I don't care. There were some interesting questions before you joined. You might have been listening on the walk back.
I was listening and walking. Yes.
I'm
capable of those two
I don't
answers,
know
I think.
where I was in the accuracy of what I was replying to or not. But it's
No.
more-
Yeah, it's a good point actually. Yeah, it's like Zach. Well, if we're gonna navel gaze, what is BeerTube? And it's very nature. I guess maybe Zach. It was an extension of his writing, I guess, in a lot of ways. But he did a number of videos, quite a lot, and he won an award for it. He won the Beer Writers Guild Award for his videos, and they were fantastic. I learnt it underneath the learning tree of Mr. Uncle Zach.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what I heard.
Yeah, and like Dredge did a bit, probably based on Zach doing it.
Right.
I'm probably seeing some Americans doing it. And Dredge only did maybe 8 videos, if that. But he both of them predate Simon. I mean, Simon predates me by just under a year.
Oh, it was a year that long.
I think maybe he's a bit longer than a year actually. Maybe he's August, I'm October, something like that.
Oh right.
Or maybe he's April, I'm August, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Simon's about a year before me. Anybody else in you? But the other ones, I mean, they were as far as the UK goes. That's it. But in the US,
that's what kind of what.
It's like Joe D.
But also, in the States, Joe D. I mean, but I didn't actually find Joe D until about three years ago, maybe 3.5 years ago, which is bizarre.
I think besides that, I found it, the whole thing, the ridiculous concept that is BeerTube, via Zach.
Ridiculous.
And then I think I probably promptly found Joe D, and then probably Chad's beer reviews after that, and Max Anderson around that kind of like similar time as well.
Yeah, I never saw
Beer by Barbecue.
I never saw Mark Simpson's channel.
I love Mark's channel. He's got a lovely manner about him.
He's a lovely guy. He you know, I mean, I've known him through Joe D doing the old, you know, the old Saturday night thing they do.
Share a beer,
which will be on. Well, we're not going to promote other people's channels, but they're on in 2 hours. I'll
be too drunk and too embarrassed to ever go on this channel.
Why?
I'm always. I want to do because they're all sober. I mean, you can't. As a sober person, you can't relate to drunken people, and I don't want that to be my my introduction to somebody I respect.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes I'm not sure if they realise I'm drunk.
Well,
I hope that.
I think
it's just more. For me, it's more of a confidence thing. Rather than come across as being, obviously, if you're paralytic, it's obvious, but yeah. When I'm a chatty, merry drunk, it's like someone with confidence without any beer. So I'm just kind of catching up on that kind of level.
I know what you mean.
You know,
I
mean, 5 years ago, I never would have dreamed of doing a live stream on my own for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Well, that's something a few of us have talked about. And I mean, it's it is that there are. I think a lot of people are quite shy people who choose to do this nonsense. I mean, Stuart openly says that it was something that he did to kind of like combat his shyness, was to do his channel and stuff. But I mean, it is beyond anything that I personally would have felt like suitable to do, because I'm just not that kind of person. But it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, you kind of like you find something that you've got some interest in, or you got some passion for, and I mean, and for me, it was as I've said multiple times, you kind of find a community, and that kind of buoys you up in a lot of ways, and hopefully that's something that will always continue. As I think one thing we've really seen over lockdown is the breadth of, even in the UK. I mean, there's a group of us guys who've known each other for a number of years, and it's always nice. It's comfortable around friends, and it's good to have a good laugh with mates and stuff. But I've loved how Ollie's got involved, and I loved John from John Drinks has got involved completely. Not uninstigated. They're not channel. I mean, obviously, I love Ollie's channel, but I've watched John a bit. John's great. He's so funny. I love how I really think that has shown how inclusive this kind of like community is, and that's the entire point in it. Because the kind of, I mean, there's been some high points, and there will be those high points in the past. Obviously, times when all you guys came up to Leeds for the event me and Simon did, and then Birmingham, and obviously when Paul came over in Birmingham. I mean, those times will return, just when the world is no longer on fire. That's it. I mean, I'm going to go to America. I'm going to go and hang out with Matt.
That's going to be great.
And stuff like that. You mean, you've got to do it. I mean, it's a big world, but you meet. Obviously, I've met multiple people throughout the world via this, and that's what it's all about, really.
I think that's one of the things when I first started, like just over 5 years ago. I done it for myself and then put it out there. I didn't actually think about where it could go, not as in the channel sense, but friendship sense, and regular people commenting, and that kind of thing is like that's more important to me than wherever the channel goes, and it always will be.
It's making connections. It's something real, isn't it? Really. It's like in Copenhagen, the Copenhagen Beer Celebration, the Wednesday before it all kicked off. Oh no, Thursday before it all kicked off, we had a great day around around Copenhagen. James from Rampant Lion came
Still
over.
here.
Yeah, no. James from Rampant Lion came over from Sweden at that point, so got to hang out all day with James. It was ace. And then by the end of that day, we've been to a lot of places, had a lot of beer. I think we started drinking at 10:30 in the morning. Don't want to think about what time we finished that night, but I remember finishing that towards the end of the night, having this incredible pork sandwich from this Chinese pork place, which is like seen as like world class.
Yeah.
Not a million miles from War Pigs. And Peter, the master of hoppets, he was staying with a guy from, I think, from Costa Rica or Cuba or somewhere like that. His friend who lives really near Mikla and Friends, where we were staying, called Julio. Not massively into beer. He enjoyed his beer, but he's not like a beer geek or anything like that. And he got me and my mate Jay from Manchester, got us pissed up idiot, drunken fucking Englishmen back to where we needed to be. And I'd not met that guy until that day, and he looked after two drunken Englishmen who just wanted to get back to where they were staying.
How you doing, Rory, the money man? How you doing, brother?
Thank you. Good, thanks.
Cool beans.
The money man.
Right.
Popping corks.
Well, I've just been onto the Keller web shop. I've picked my beers in my basket, and it's come to £295.
Ooh, some of those Vale sounded good. That Vale box for about £60 wasn't bad. I was tempted by that, and then there was the as it turned out, I was saying to my mate, "Oh yeah, that box sounded good," and I'd have got a can of a zombie dust while I was there, and they were like, "Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that as well." I'm like, "Okay, what didn't you buy then? What was what was intriguing you then, Rory?"
Well, yeah, some of the sours from the Vale. I've got some of the cans. Some Baghaven, or however you spell it. Sound it, how you spell it. Balhaven, yeah.
I watched Peter say it, and I think he said it differently twice as well.
What was it?
Interesting. An interesting,
curious language that is Danish.
Yeah. So a serious question: how do you guys manage family life with passion for beer and beer community?
Fucking hell! Wow.
Well, yeah.
If I answer that question.
Well, yeah. So
badly.
Wow, we've got an absolute legend joining my little channel. Appreciate it.
Holy shit!
All right.
Thanks for joining, brother. How you doing? Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Nah, I can hear you. I'm just fucking with you.
Goddamn Americans.
How you doing? You're all right?
Taking liberties.
Yeah, today's pretty good, man. I'm having a good day. I'm enjoying life. How about you guys?
That's a lovely way of saying it. Yeah, absolutely. I've been drinking since 2:00 this afternoon.
There you go.
I've been drinking since about 1:30. Yeah, same stuff. So
you got in before me, Greg. I was after 2, I think.
What are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm currently on beer from Track, which is a brewery in Manchester. It's called Let's Get Lost. It's an IPA, Strata Galaxy and Amarillo, 7%.
Nice.
It is very nice.
Rory, what are you drinking? What are you drinking, Rory? Anything? Why you got a big coat on for, man?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I went outside the other earlier. I just couldn't bother to take it off.
So you need to make
I'm
lifestyle
drinking.
choices.
It's not quite hot enough.
Sitting in his own shit. Can't be asked.
What are you drinking? Nothing, or what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Faith. Can of Faith.
Oh, you got a Faith.
Old reliable.
I'm just finishing off Baybrook Keller Lager.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It's not bad. I mean,
okay. Could do cans, I didn't know.
I've got that much left, but I've been yakking, before people join, but it's
Yeah,
it's
really
decent. It's decent. What are you drinking, Matt? Anything?
I am drinking this labelless beer. I am drinking homebrew. This is homebrew. But
Not your own.
here's no, not my own. Here
Looks
this
like a saison or something.
It's a 2.7% beer.
Table beer.
Table beer.
Yeah,
Table beer.
Yeah, made with a like the mixed culture kind of thing with like sunflower seeds and sunflower honey for carbonation. It's fucking awesome. It's absolutely fucking awesome. Like it's fantastic. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
very good.
Especially a homebrew. Bloody hell.
I bet there's a lot of good homebrewers there down there.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? I mean, yeah, like when I were in this is 2014, so it's a while ago now. When I had some homebrews when I was in California by some of Ryan's friends, they were just fucking ridiculous. Drinking some of their like their early adventures into sours using like propagated yeast from bottles of like Cantillon and stuff.
Blimey.
While we were propping up the bar in Lost Abbey, it was a memorable moment. But Ryan's a member of Quaff. He's a member of some kind of like really, really good homebrew groups. I don't think I drank any of Ryan's homebrew actually while I was even at his house. But yeah,
they're pretty much brewers, aren't they? They're home brewers, but they could be brewers if they would like. They could set their own.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure there's professional brewers, commercial brewers over here who aren't even close to the quality and know-how and stuff. There's a lot of those people, but yeah, I guess that's it. That's what happens when you've got a really big country.
Right, I need to go and have a jimmy. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, we'll sit in silence until you return.
Yeah.
I've been to I popped to we're in Leeds today. First time I've been into Leeds since March. Maybe actually since February, actually, thinking about it.
How far are you? How far are you?
On the train from me, it's about 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
So. Yeah.
Cool.
No, it's just because of the whole kind of like ridiculous, crazy situation. So it's such a crazy polar opposite of like staying local. I mean, there's people around, but it's like the first major city I've been to since March, and it was busy. I mean, and just beer places were busy ridiculously and stuff. I think some places coped with it better.
Where did you go?
We went to North Brewing, and we were booked in, and we went to White Locks, which is like a really old pub. It's like 300-year-old. Casks bang on in there, but there were nothing of any interest on cask. So we weren't in there long. We were supposedly booked into North Bar, which is like the bastion of craft beer in the UK. That's where it all started, really. And we kind of had like a casual booking with the manager, and then he wasn't there, and then they were supposedly busy, and two really drunken men walked out, and still we weren't invited in, so we just fucking left and went back to North Brewing. Like, well, fuck this shit, and we'll go to somewhere we can actually go and have a beer. So I just drank a lot of North today. As much as a big fan I am, that their stuff just never tastes as good on draft. I don't know if it's to do with how they serve it. Maybe it's the temperature. As can drinkers as we are.
Too warm, is that what you said?
I always think it's a little bit too warm, and maybe carbonation is a little bit too soft. It's never quite as nice. And today, at the start of every beer, there was a flavour. It just wasn't right. I don't know what it was. But there was more to it. There's company, and there's a lot more to it than just drinking nice beer. I have no specific issue, but being a beery wanker, then it's inevitable that you'll be like, hang on, these aren't quite the beers I was expecting. So what can you do? What can you
Not
do?
up to my exacting standards.
Exactly. If this was my bar and I had hundreds of thousands of pounds, then it will be a significantly better experience for everyone. But but that's a minor quibble. But yeah, it was great. It was great to be like amongst people in a lot of ways. Not that I'm a social being in many ways. I'm a misanthrope and a grumpy bastard and a moaner by nature. So.
And that's how we love you. That's how you.
Well, exactly. It's a point of interest, isn't it? It's my USP.
Do you ever have the little bellboy when you go down there?
You what?
The little bellboy?
Yes, I did today. I had a beef brisket one and some chicken gyoza. Keep me ticking along.
I'd love to have that.
Well, you'll have to
I'd
come
love
up
to
here
have some of that.
sometime, won't you,
Lovely.
lad? If you come out right
Yeah.
nights, I've got a spare bed. If you come out wrong nights, you'll have to sleep with me.
I can tell.
But no. Yeah, I've got the space. I live next to a brewery. What more do you want to? What more do you need?
Yeah.
Literally next to a brewery. There is no building between me and the brewery, apart from the brewery buildings.
Saltaire, that is, yeah?
It is, yeah. Tap room's cracking.
Yeah.
Most expensive pint you're getting is £3 on cask. Most expensive pint, £3.
Funny.
Their best.
I bet they do good casts in there as well, I would have thought. Good.
They really do, yeah. So their best is
It's the
spot
best.
on. It's a lovely thing. Yeah, you really, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You are more than welcome anytime, Rory. Well, not any time. I mean, but specified dates. So I know where my son's going to sleep. Martin, he takes priority over you, I'm afraid.
I'll have to kick him out.
No, you'd be surprised how strong he is. He's a lot more resilient than any adult ever would be. But yeah, you mean hopefully Peter will make his way over here at some point as well. I've offered extend that up. But yeah, no, I live next to a brewery. Come on. Currently, normally they'd be open from Tuesday. Currently, they're open from Thursday evening. Even because we've got massive outdoor space because they own quite a lot of land, so it's all you like sat on picnic benches outside brewery at the moment.
Is this Saltaire or Salt?
Yeah, Saltaire.
Yeah.
Okay. Salt's haven't. Salt's is an interesting one because it's there's always been a pub at the front of the brewery. The brewery was added after. It's been under multiple iterations of Salt Beer Factory. And they've not reopened the brewery bit, even though it's massive and it's cavernous. But they've got a big kind of outdoor space in front of the pub. So, but I think essentially they're still serving from the taps in the brewery. And the pub's it's really a weird situation. The pub is a bit of a casuals place, really. So it's been under multiple ownership. It's now owned by Ossett, who owns Salt Beer Factory. It's Ossett Brewery out on the outskirts of Wakefield, and where I'm from, and which is quite a trad brewery, and they serve a lot of their beers. So you'll still get Excelsior and Yorkshire Blonde and all this kind of malarkey. And you will get you'll get the lager from Salt. You might get a Jute, which is the session IPA. You might get a couple others, but usually, as far as like interesting bits, it's usually the cask. But you go in the brewery, on the taproom side, there's I think there's 8 or 9 lines, keg lines, and then there's 8 on the back and there's 2 on the front, so 10 keg lines and 2 or 3 cask lines. and I think they're pouring a bit of both. You make it utilising the taps in the brewery just so they can have more selection.
Yeah.
But which is they could get people in there. It's big. It's massive. It's the huge ceilings. It's a big old. It's a listed building, so they can't do much to it. And it's never that fucking
social
busy,
distance in there, I guess.
It'd be easy to do it. It'd be really easy to do it, but then you've got to pay for staff, and maybe it's just a bit easier to do. But then, yeah, it's a funny old situation. But
Yeah,
here we are.
I'm off down
It's a
to.
shame, 'cause I think that their beer gets better and better. Colin is a fantastic brew.
Yeah, he's brilliant, bro. Yeah,
One of the best.
yeah.
But
I'm off down to.
But Cole's in it. Sorry, you go on. Go on.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah.
Fucking baffle on again.
Sorry, I was going to say Tuesday I'm off down to Left-Handed Giant's new brew pub.
Oh,
I've been willing to go there for ages.
That is one of the top, probably 2 places in the country I want to go. They weren't
really
quite
nice
open
staying,
when I went to Bristol. They were about 6 months out from it. I talked to Bruce about it when we were there, but it is. It looks incredible.
Nick,
he showed me all the plans for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me how much it costs to put that big fucking window in it.
How much?
About 700 grand. Put that big fucking window in it. You
can
open it. You can open that window. It's like half of the building. You can open it up onto the river. No, it's an incredible place.
Yeah.
No, Bristol is an expensive to get place. I can get to most of Europe quicker and cheaper than get to Bristol. Well, I used to be able to. But yes, it's you're looking at like
120 on the train. Yeah. Oh, 200 gone. Bloody hell.
Knocking on 200 quid, and it's about 6 hours.
You need, you can't really. You'd have to have a good 2 or 3 days, wouldn't you, to justify going?
Absolutely, yeah. No, me and my mate had, when the world set on fire, me and my mate had been planning a trip to America, and that felt unlikely, but we thought, well, instead of having that on the cards, let's plan some like trips around the UK, and Bristol is like one of the top ones. Bristol and London. I'll definitely do Bristol to primarily for Left-Handed Giant. I've done most of other places down there. And it's just it's a good town to hang around and drink in. There's some good pubs and stuff. I like Moore. I like Harbour's Tap Room is the most depressing place in the world. It's fucking dire. It's so awful. I've not been up to Wiping and True. I know Bruce from Left-Handed Giant when he was back at Brewdog, so he's always been lovely and welcoming. So last time I saw him, he was with in Small Bar with Brian Strumke, aka Stillwater. Yeah, and we were talking about, and because they did a tap takeover. And he was doing they'd done the Action Bronson beer, and Brian used to live in the same apartment building as Action, and so that is my closest kind of like closest connection to Action Bronson. Brian's because he was on his crazy TV program. I asked him about that, and he's like, he lives in the same apartment building. And I got him into natural wine and stuff. He's like, oh fucking hell. He said, if you go up to his apartment, it's exactly as you expect. Somebody's like laying down some beats, somebody's doing some painting, somebody's doing some cooking. It's what you'd expect, which is it just reaffirmed my kind of my love for Action Bronson.
He's a cool guy, isn't he? Action.
I felt like I got a little bit closer to Action. I do dream of taking a trip to America and walking down Jamaica Avenue and bump into Action. That would be a dream come true. He's the coolest man in the world.
For a pizza with him or something.
Oh, dude. get some Armenian kind of like food. Some yeah. No. Have you been following him on Instagram?
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter, not Instagram.
Oh,
But
you follow him on Instagram. He's he's lost over £100. He's a fucking machine.
really, bloody hell.
Yeah. You should see him. He's like he's committed. But yeah, no, he's incredible.
Yeah,
He's void of irony. I love it. I love him.
Yeah.
He's the coolest man in the world.
Yeah, I saw him on. Do you know Hot Ones? Do you know the
Yeah.
He was on that one the other day.
Thursday, yeah. Me and Jake we're all revved up and ready to go. Me and Jake are big fans, including me and Jake made an ill-fated video after a really drunken night in London. Our homage to Action Bronson, it'll never be seen. Jake owns it. It feels like he's holding it over me. It's like some kind of ransom, some kind of blackmail. So I'm gonna show you this really fucking horrendous video of me and him eating a salt beef bagel on Brick Lane, which Action went to that place actually as well. But we were very drunk. We thought we were probably massively.
Didn't he go to what? When you went to?
You went where?
When you're in Copenhagen, didn't you go to somewhere as well? There, the kebab place or something.
We exclusively ate places where Action Bronson went in Copenhagen, which were mainly kebab places. As it turned out, but over there, it's not like we know like dirty, filthy Donna.
Yeah,
it's
proper lamb.
They're baking the bread like Turkish bread, but baked on site and stuff. No, it was beautiful. Yeah, go to Kebabistan in Copenhagen. Yeah. Went to them there. Oh no, that wasn't actually the better one. The other one was better when we were on our first night. But yeah, as I said earlier, the pork sandwich place. He went to one further down the road, which is shit. He went to the wrong one. But like when he's in London, he did it was a kebab bar. He did actually on the most recent series. He did an episode in London, and he flew his mum over. They had a meal in London.
But in
London, he went to like a kebab place in like a Turkish place in Dalston.
Huh.
It's really they put a fucking royal spread on for him. You should have seen it. Jesus Christ!
I didn't
about 25 people.
I don't
know what politics are. And I mean, there were a lot of politics around it, so I don't know where he is with that. But yeah, no, he finished the series. Have you heard his most recent song called Latin Grammys? I think you like it. Yeah, part of the lyric is "Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch." He's a big wrestling fan. He's a big wrestling fan, actually. You should check out the episode with him and DDP. Doing DDP yoga.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that when he's slimmer, obviously?
No. That's a really recent thing. No, he's like since lockdown, he's lost £100.
Blimey.
No, he's a machine. He's a really athletic guy. Even when he was big, he's quite sporty.
Yeah, he wasn't sluggish, was he?
No, he's nimble.
Yeah,
nimble for a big dude.
Yeah.
But no, he's still got a long way to go. But I was talking to somebody earlier about it. I don't know if his appeal would have been there if he was just like pretty average. Because whenever anybody who asked me who he was, I'd say he was a big fat ginger Armenian rapper who used to be a chef, which is a lot more kind of like appealing, isn't it? There's so big fucking beard, big fucking tank, little short dude, big dude.
Yeah.
There's an appeal there. If he was just a bit average, would.
Yeah.
I don't know if the appeal would have been there. One thing that Jake always pointed out, which just sums it up beautifully, is he's void of irony. There's a real kind of like honest truth to him. But even though he says some ridiculous nonsense, he's really true in what he believes. Anyway, let's
He
play
likes a lot of
dialogue.
the
Hey, Ollie.
Join Ollie. Have you got the link?
I'm not. Hey, Matt.
Brick Lane.
Matt, we've got two Matts with one T. What the fuck is going on here? I've got Brick Lane, but Bagels, absolutely. Matt Simpson with one T.
I still want to see. There's
There's only enough space for one Matt with one T.
I still want to see that video. I'm drinking this.
That is fucking beautiful. I've got a can in the fridge. That's
Awesome.
for all you people trading cans of other half. That is as good.
It's amazing.
It is really good.
I ordered a bunch of pressure drop actually for next week, and that's one of them.
It's very, very, very good.
It's damn good.
Did you just do a video of it, Craig?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
That's it. Oh,
It is really good.
it's so soft.
I'm kind of like could be beer of the year. That for me.
Oh,
Blimey.
I mentioned it in the review. I said this is seriously good shenanigans from these guys. This is like 8.5,
Simply say bitch.
which is ridiculous. Yeah, but which is ridiculous though because you're not getting it. It's so smooth and rounded and luxurious and slick and oh god,
Yeah,
it's so.
it's a beautiful beer.
They're probably the best store in the country.
If you don't have something on a regular basis, it kind of reminded me of like what I remember other half being. It's as good as. Another half are crap at low ABV. Other half for me excel at kind of like upper ABV.
I triple
From
IPAs
what
out
I've
in the
had.
fridge.
I mean, I've never had a triple from other half, but what I kind of gather is the ABV is not present. It's all about the mouthfeel. But yeah,
But that's an interesting point from Matt Simpson. Is it?
it is. Really is.
Is that what Mr. Dapkin made sure that he was always MAT when he was typing in the high scores on Paperboy, on Outrun.
Yeah, I used to play that on the old big arcade machine. I love that game. Absolutely. How you doing, Paul? How you doing, all right, brother? I guess you're at work.
Yeah, I think you should concentrate on your work more, Paul. Paul hasn't got a manual job. I don't want him to hurt himself or other people.
Yeah, with an axe. Yeah.
Axe throwing, homicidal, suicidal, genocidal.
Has anyone cracked anything different or not?
Not since we last spoke.
No, that's good. Just keeping up to speed. Because I'm a terrible host. So I went away for half an hour. So
I say.
there you go.
It is what it is.
Yeah. We're going to go over that conversation earlier, but
Wow,
It was what
yeah. Me and Craig ventured out into the public today, and we saw women. That was an interesting situation. Hang on, they look like this, like beyond the first 5 minutes of a black.com video.
it was just. You said on the train into Leeds, etc. And I was like, yeah, I remember last time I went.
Some of the sites that was becoming. Hey,
we're standing up.
I celebrate beautiful women in whatever form they choose.
Yeah, but
It's just been hoppy floppy, innit, up until then.
I don't. No.
just
Absolutely. Oh.
Natural reflex. Simple,
Thank you very much for picking up on that, Paul. I thought Rory would have jumped on that one, but you clearly scooped that reference off of the mat for me. Thank you very much, sir. Brother.
So yeah, I watched your
Sabu.
stream the other night.
Homicidal, genocidal, suicidal.
Matt, I watched a bit of your stream the other day. It was quite a good little live there the other day. Quite enjoyed it.
Oh,
Like
yes,
a beautiful one.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. We hung out, had fun, talked some poignant shit, but talked some good shit too. So, yeah.
How many beers did you have then? Because over in the UK, I've only seen 2. Cloudwater have done one, and Track have done one. Cloudwater one sounded just like an unpleasant beer, but Track one sounds good.
The what?
Well, so Cloudwater did one, and it had loads of spices in and stuff, and it just didn't sound very nice.
Cinnamon.
Then Track, who I'm drinking now, they did one. I think it's just
for Black is Beautiful.
Black is Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's I think I reviewed so far. I've reviewed 8 or 10, and then I have like 5 or 6 in my fridge right now. Like there's about, and that's like they're easily attainable. There's probably 50 to 100 easily attainable.
Really?
Wow. There's over 1,000 breweries that are doing it in the States. So
wow.
Yeah,
I think maybe. If there's 10 over here, I'll be impressed. I know about like 4.
I've heard of 2, and that's the
I know. I definitely know Track and Cloudwater. I've seen something else from a couple of others, but it's just passed me by really.
Yeah, the Cloudwater one. Cloudwater one seems to be the main one I've heard about.
Yeah, but it sounds terrible.
All the spices,
all those spices like cinnamon and stuff. Perhaps it'd be good at Christmas time, as in kind of that realm of flavour notes. But yeah,
I presume they did it in collaboration with Rock Leopard. So, and Stacey from
I don't get what the association is there, because I remember they sent me a few beers last summer.
You did that? Cool.
They were all right. They were good. I reviewed them. Like
go on YouTube.
They had a rebranding and all that sort of carry on.
Go on YouTube and search for Cloudwater Rock Leopard. There's Paul did towards the start of lockdown. Paul did like an afternoon with Stacey from Rock Leopard.
Yeah.
So you just get the. I wouldn't like to kind of like undersell their relationship and stuff like that. I think it's well worth it.
No, I met Stacey at.
Have you? Cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I met him at the London Craft Beer Fest last year.
Right.
But before I met him, he sent me like a few beers, like I think in May of last year. Before
so this guy, didn't send me to this guy.
Yeah, but I was
well, that's it. They don't have a brewery. A lot of the Rock Leopard stuff, which is currently brewed at Cloudwater. So Cloudwater do a Stout Gold Step Up, which is essentially kind of like a core beer for those guys, but the profits are completely split 50-50 between Rock Leopard and Cloudwater. So
right. Okay.
Line again. All right. He's drinking Highbury. Some natural wine, Paul. That's what you want. That's a good shit. Don't be on the hardies. Don't be on the cheap plonk.
Yeah, drinking wine at 7:30.
Julio, or whatever it is.
Julio.
All that kind of shit. Remember, Paul, you drink good beer, you drink good wine. Don't drink shit wine.
Gangsters Paradise? I'm sorry, that's Coolio. Sorry.
Oh, it certainly is.
What's that terrible thing? Yeah, Blossom Hill or whatever. Yeah, get a bit of cheap
My
plants.
dad drinks that.
5 bottles of
drinks
wine after work. Fine to go back. Yeah. Paul, he was just still drunk. that's what happened. That's what happened. It was. You just didn't realise it was a slightly different drunkenness. Fresh Metal Homebrew
Cheers.
and Bradley. I think you might
Cheers,
be my
Brian.
favourite YouTube channel.
Oh, he's cracking. I love
Has
Brian.
he got
He's great.
has he got a channel?
Yeah, of course he has.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check you out.
great. Oh, he's
Fresh Metal
awesome.
Homebrew and Barbecue. Cool.
Yeah, Brian.
Sounds like my kind of thing.
Brian's a top. Yeah, proper. His homebrews look really good, and yeah, he definitely check him out. He's awesome. He's out of Colorado, so
All right,
yeah.
cool. Well, fuck off.
yeah, he's really cool dude. Really nice guy. So yeah,
I
hope
like
you're doing
the idea
well.
of Fresh
Brian.
Metal Barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really cool. So yeah. So this is just like drinking the storm. It's just like blimey. It's one of them.
What is that?
beers.
Oh, the
Yeah.
7 crystals for psychic
Psychic
something abilities.
abilities and intuition. So
It's
like
a great
proper-
name. It's a great name.
Trying to pronounce it after a few beers is quite interesting, but yeah.
It's very it just reminds me of all those fucking iffy American televangelists.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
Thingy-
yeah, it's like,
Thingy Faye Baker, like Tammy Faye Baker, or what was?
I think it's
Yeah.
more of a play on. I think it's more of the play on like the midnight psychic hotline. Like there used to be
Okay.
I forget what her name was. There was this specific
I know.
lady. Like, and if you were up at like 3 a.m. and you turned
Yeah.
on TV, there would be this lady like, call me now and I'll read your fortune kind of stuff. And it was like, yeah, it was like a big thing.
Well,
for
full
a couple
circle.
years.
We've got a beer,
It's
which
on
is
screen.
we
It's
went
on-
up late at night,
on-
didn't we?
it's on screen. There you go. It's on the screen now. Look, it's
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's,
1-900 is that a legit number over there, or like what is that?
no.
Let's call it. Live on the
Maybe
air.
for you.
I said
Maybe
it.
for
I
Matt.
said it. I said it in the review. I said, call this number.
It's
It's
definitely not a
legit.
British number.
No, I said, call it. It's legit. I tried, and then I said, I'm joking. So,
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be legit in America.
well, God knows.
Something like Chatline,
Well,
Busty Vixen.
What's the phone number again? What is it? 1-900 what?
it doesn't look like a legit phone number for
Come
that
on.
kind of thing.
Go on, give it a go.
Because
Go
Well,
on.
no,
Matt's gonna give it a
because
go.
that's a legit phone number as far as American standards go. What I'm saying is like, okay, see 103. So it's 103 what? 103.
1155.
See, that 103 part would be 555 if it was fake in the United States.
Jesus.
So like it looks like a legit number.
Hey, so there's a brewery in London. Get your fucking number on the beer cans.
It's one of them numbers I haven't tried today.
Ladies.
So,
Yes,
So,
probably
yeah.
some old ladies with phone numbers. Bring them
Yeah,
up.
I but it's a 1-900 number, so it costs money. But like, I use my phone as my webcam. Otherwise, I'd call it right now, live.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I phone that number, I'd probably get through.
Might just drop off.
Yeah, or like Thomas from Window Beer Review. He actually said like Google number me. Like, I might be able to like actually just set up a quick Google phone number and dial from that. But I think since it's a 1-900 number, I wouldn't be able to like. You actually have to have a legit number because I think all 1-900 numbers in the United States actually cost money to call. It's like actually costs money to call that number. It's like a sex line number. You know what I mean?
It might be.
Yeah.
Thomas,
Yeah, look,
that's your
familiar.
homework. Check
looks
it out for
familiar.
us.
So
It'd be
yeah.
like Busty Vixen offers breast relief for wayward soldiers.
The money I've wasted on those numbers.
Over gets you through the night.
It's expensive waiting for a rad.
Oh, cool. I'm not even going to pronounce that, but
Limfjordsporter.
a porter.
Limfjordsporter is beautiful beer. It's a beautiful beer.
Cool.
It's a supermarket beer, but it's absolutely cracking. One of the first beers that I got when I got to Copenhagen was a bottle of Limfjordsporter. Yeah, it's one of Peter's favourites.
That's a red leaf.
But yeah, it's a supermarket beer. It's a cracker now. I think I've done reviews of the Mikkeller collab as well, which is absolutely top dollar as well.
Well, cheers for chiming in, Will.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks, Will.
Nice one.
Yeah, everybody needs to try Limfjordsporter. It's just kind of like supermarket beer, but nice supermarket. It's not shit supermarket beer.
I'll put that in my.
We were like slightly high-end supermarket beer.
So the weight
but it was maybe, but it's little kind of like nice little kind of like mini mart near where we were staying. But we were like in Norrebro. No, I mean, quite a bit of a poncy fucking part of town, really, to be honest. Near Mikkeller and friends, and it's quite nice.
Still.
It's that weird thing in like major cities is like some of the where the slightly fucking rundown parts of town, but then there's loads of cool shit that goes on there because the rent's lower and things like cool breweries and cool bars, and then small businesses pop up because it's just more affordable for small businesses than it is for like multinationals and shit. But even though they're still a bit scabby.
Double brown stout is a Baltic porter, apparently.
It's Baltic. I like to call it Baltic. Baltic porter. Baltic porter.
Like Balky.
Yeah.
Baltic. I like to call it Baltic porter.
Aldi.
Normal. Aldi. Fucking Aldi. I can't, sorry, Craig. I can't help. But if you and Jake say the word Aldi, and this is something with a strong northern accent, it's got an L in it for sure. But it's Aldi. It's fucking Aldi. I went down the fucking Aldi all day. My favourite from those people was always like, Dow's Powwow. Powwow from Dow's Powwow.
Dow's Powwow.
Dow's Powwow.
It's this accent is great, isn't it? It's great.
No, Audi's the best one. Oh, fucking Aldi.
Yeah. Got it from Aldi in Germany. Yeah.
I got one of them, but I was told it's a bit green.
Oh.
I didn't have it first time. Right? Yeah.
Have I done it? Oh, right, okay.
I'm going to have.
I had the first.
Starts to be soon.
Is that called MIP?
Was that Magic Rock shenanigans? I didn't quite see it. Is it sauce?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a supermarket one. I would have, but I did have one last night, and it was a bit of a tough. Saturated in strata, mate. Saturated in strata.
Oh, strata.
That was a delight. That was a delightful beer. Yeah,
I had Strata Fog earlier from Burnt Mill.
Yeah, I think that was one of the few burnt mill beers that I've had recently. What wasn't hot and green as fuck. As much as I love Burnt Mill, but I've had some burny beers from them recently.
Yeah, the double Citra Fog was very. I mean, that was the thing. That's why we left. That's why we left it as long as we did before me and Jake done a live thing on it. Because Jake had it fresh, he said, "Hold off on that." I was like, "Okay." Fortunately, I only got one can, and that's when we done. Like 3 weeks later, we done a little live kind of review thing of it.
I know. I drank one the very same night.
Yeah, and it still had a little bit of a stringency right at the back end. Though I was really surprised after the amount of time it passed. It was still very. It was nice, but yeah. What did you just pour out there, Matt? I saw that.
It's a beer called Herbs and Horto. It's a Strata and Mosaic.
Butcher I can see it.
Butcher for the world.
Very nice. Very nice.
Lovely.
See it from a mile off. Yeah.
Hot garbage.
What kind of beer is it?
Hot garbage coming in. It's a barrel aged imperial stout. I thought that was
One of those hazy IPAs.
Yep, one of those 7.
That's what the kids like.
Hazies.
Cool. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Is it like really? Is it like not acidic, but do you know sometimes you get that real kind of? I mean, it looks like mango juice.
It's not acidic. It's not sharp. It's but it's not soft. It's like falls in that middle line. It's a tropical juice ridiculousness with like a cushy green, like not a super dank green. Like it's almost like a green, like not like weed green, like lawn mowing green. Kind of green to it. It's just fucking awesome. The mouth feels fantastic. They're king shit of fuck mountain when it comes to hazies as of late. And they're super good people too. So yeah, I mean they're beer.
The Chicago based, like Illinois.
The what?
Where are they based?
Chicago. They actually don't even own their brewery. They're they go. They're a gypsy brewer, but they're a gypsy brewer by definition. But they literally only brew at one brewery. They just go in the brewery and brew beer and then can it. And they don't do lines. Like they just distro all their beer. It's just like, hey, we have beer. It's here. Go get it. You know.
And did you come across those from people sending over beer mails then?
As far as say that again?
For Hot Butcher, did you come across them by people sending you beer mails?
So what happened is that a gentleman from Chicago is like, hey man, I want to send you some beer. And he sent me, just a viewer of the channel, he sent me some beers and there was some Hot Butcher in there. And then like about a week or two after I posted the reviews, one of the owners like wrote me, he's like, hey man, he's like, I saw the reviews. He's like, I really kind of enjoyed it. It made me laugh. He's like, can I send you some stuff? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, that's fucking cool. But since then, we become friends. Like, we text all the time, fucking about random shit and stuff like that. But then probably about, and you guys have probably noticed this, probably about maybe 6 to 8 months ago, he actually texted me. He's like, hey, man. He's like, should we send some beers to other beer tubers? I was like, yeah. He's like, I was like, here's a list. And unfortunately, it wasn't internationally. But I told him my short list of people that I think are good at it, which is, you know, Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews and fucking the Nerd Sense guys and a couple other people. I was like, yeah, and then they started sending them beer. And it's actually one of the cool things about I guess BeerTube in general is that like they genuinely think we're not. I don't want to use the word important. But
respect what we do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Come on.
So they're like,
missing for hopes in our basement, aren't
we? Yeah. And they're like, no, they're like, it's fucking they're into it. You know what I mean? Which is most breweries. Nice, most breweries are not even most breweries. Like a lot of journalists like fight YouTube. They're like, oh, that's like, it's like the newspaper industry fighting online. It's like, oh, they suck. No, they don't. But you see your culture dying, so you're going to say it sucks. So
I had a really good experience with, like a couple of weeks ago, with a fat orange cat.
Yes.
So they so I had a beer from them. We got into the shop where I work, and I really enjoyed it. It's called the Private Secret Idaho. It was really nice. Lovely meat. You just kind of struck that balance between kind of like West Coast and East Coast. It was really nice, and I couldn't post my video link on the Facebook page. So I hadn't done it for ages. I just saw. But you know when you're on Facebook and it pops up the old chat, I popped it in there. Just like, oh well, stick it in there. I was saying positive things about him. And so I thought, oh well, I'll send that over, and they sent me a message back saying really lovely things, saying, and then I said, well, actually, I've had a really shit day, and you saying really nice things to me really perked me up, and in response, she said, and Dan, who's the brewer, I think it was Dan, he said he was actually having a really shit day too, and I showed him your video, and it really cheered him up. All right, that's fucking fantastic. And then they offered to send me some beer, and then I went, oh, fine. Well, I'm in the UK. Just be aware of that. And then, like last week, they sent me a message saying, "I'm so sorry, but it's going to cost us like $250 and like send you like 6 beers." I'm like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Don't honestly don't feel the need to go to the effort to it. But
what
just the Fat Orange Cat.
Fat Orange Cat. I have opinions. Let's put
but just that kind of interaction between me and the kind of people who were doing it, that really kind of I thought, well, that was just a really personal experience, and I thought, well, I had a shit day, and what you said really kind of like made me feel better about myself, and clearly what I said about you guys made you feel good. So I thought that was a really nice interaction between human beings. So whatever you think about him, Matt, keep it under your fucking hat, all right?
Well,
sometimes
here's my fucking opinion.
Lovely human.
Here's my fucking opinion.
Go on.
I actually really like the beers I've had from them. But people have told me, let's put it this way, maybe it's not my own opinion. People have told me that like they're kind of they're the brewery that like has a small brewery that makes beers, and then they contract a bunch of their beers at a larger facility to do distro. So there's a marked difference between the beers that go to distro to the beers in-house. Now, I'm not saying it's a negative. It could be a positive. It could be whatever, but there's a large variance between what people see in distro and what you actually get at the brewery. Again, it's not like, okay, the distro beers are shit and the in-house beers are good or vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of consistency. That's what I've heard. It's not personal anecdotes. It's what it is, but I've enjoyed what I've had from them.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a weird brewery that to like find over here. And it was just like, that was good.
Well, I think they're part of 12% Beer Project, which is a whole other thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm pretty sure that's what they're part of, which is kind of I think it's Yep's export distro. There's like a ton of brewery. Basically, I don't think they do that at 12%, but there's a place called 12% Beer Project out in, I want to say, Rhode Island, Connecticut area. I forget exactly where it is. What they do is so there's so many like gypsy brewers. What they do is they actually get brewers to say, hey, come and brew your beers here, and then we'll can and distro them for you. So it's not so much that a brewer is going there and making their beers and handling their beers. It's basically a brewer going in brewing beers. Basically, they're renting a brewer to brew beers, but even the beers are under that brewer's name. But it's like the chain of command isn't so much the brewer goes in, brews his beer, has it canned, and sells it himself. It's basically like, hey, come here and brew your beer, and we'll handle everything else. And it's
a model.
To even like, I guess over there, I mean, that hasn't been really a thing over here, but to the extent where it genuinely tastes like a lot of the beers, like the brewer doesn't understand the system all that well, because they're not brewing all the time on it, because they're brewing once, twice a month, maybe, as opposed to constantly. So it's like some of the beers are good, some of the beers are bad. So there's consistency issues, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen their beers floating around for a few months. I think they got down to London and the Ghostwell and Brixton.
Yeah, they're well done.
I was like, I've never heard of them before until I saw them on.
A couple appeared.
I think they had 2 or 3, and I thought, okay. But then the price of like, well, you don't know who they are. We've got some amazing breweries here.
I kind of got. I don't say I got it for free, but I was working for beer. Right. Don't talk to the tax man.
No.
I was helping him make his online shop up and running, and did some work for him in exchange for beer.
I know.
World work for beer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So Rory, sorry,
another tuber.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper now. Yeah.
Put the cookie down. No.
It's just-
Rory, there's
Yeah?
something wrong. You're still in that big fuck off coat. What's going on, son?
I don't know. I'll take it off if you want.
Well, just make it. I'm sweating here, looking at you. I was like, fucking hell, what's going on? No.
It's quite cool.
You're not in Greenland,
Yeah.
mate. You're in downtown Gloucestershire. Yeah? Is it Gloucestershire?
Gloucestershire, yeah.
Yeah, so-
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Hopsing's got COVID, but yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. It's come on quick.
Yeah, he went out today. There you go. He went to
Yeah,
Leeds,
that's your lesson for you.
So what are you drinking now?
It's got another.
Rather than Belgian Gimp, but yeah. What are you drinking?
Not the Belgium Gimp.
Yeah,
I'm just drinking another can of Faith.
Oh, you're still on Faith? Another one? Is it another can or?
Another can, yeah.
All right, so you session.
I've spent on pressure drop beers for next week, so
That's
and I'm
good.
going to buy.
I'm so happy about your bet as well, man. It's just
I am as well.
Man City went out tonight as well, which is
Yeah, I've done another bet actually. Both teams to score no draw. Same bet. So obviously both teams can score, but either team has to win. Doesn't matter. And that part of my bet has come off because Man City lost 3-1.
Yep.
I've done Seville Man United.
I fancied Leon tonight. I said to my dad yesterday, I was like, Leon are going to do City as well.
They're a good team, Leon. Very good team.
I don't think they're going to do Bayern Munich.
No. It'll be probably a PSG Munich final. I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Bayern Munich will destroy PSG in the final.
Yeah, I can't see anyone being Munich. Not after yesterday.
Yeah. But I think no one's going to be that bad though in defence. I think.
Yeah.
No one can be
We got
that
a few
bad.
more. We got a few more comments here. I just want to kind of chime through and then. So Davor, how you doing? You're still there? Cool. Pilsner Akel is one of the best traditional story. The one I had, I think I mentioned it a stream or two ago, where I was like one of the most disappointed beers I've probably had. Which, for a classic kind of iconic beer, it's kind of weird. I think it's just one of them deals.
Pilsner Akel shit. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's just.
So I got a sneezing fit after me, honest.
So we got Will,
impression. Cook down.
so we got Will chiming in again, and Denmark's full of bad pilsners. So I've never been. So I know Rob's been, and I know the old Scottish correspondent goes quite well. So yeah, but
what's that one that from Italy? It's an Italian pill. It's
Tipo pills.
Yeah, I'd love to try that.
Which one?
It's a beautiful beer.
Which one? So, which one?
Tipo pills.
Yeah.
Go to Mackes Yeti Venutia Fa and drink it over after, and it will be a beautiful.
Can you speak Italian,
The football.
I'll take your word for it.
Poco Italiano.
Still pretty humid here. Refreshing. Rain has started. That's good.
Redemption. Oh, absolutely. I love that. Naked as well. My neighbours really don't appreciate that.
When he comes out of that sewer pipe at the end, yeah.
I love a bit of. I love rain on the hot day.
What? It's one of my favourite. One of my favourite films as well. So,
And your friends had to go through 2 miles of shit to get to freedom or something.
Yeah. Bayern was scary.
yeah, they're a great team. What we got here? Tipo in the fridge, wait for me. Go and get
I could
it.
potentially win another
Who
270
do
quid.
right, Craig, when I think of Bayern Munich, which midfielder do I think of? I forgot his name. Little fella, dark hair,
Michael Ballack.
90s.
Michael Ballack.
90s.
90s. Ooh.
Maybe early 2000s. Little fella. Captain, maybe, of Germany. There's a little shit. He's brilliant, though.
Thomas Muller.
No.
He's short.
No, that's not the one.
It's probably a bit before that. I know he played for Bayern.
Before that, I'm talking about.
Did he play for Germany? Obviously, he did play for Germany, didn't he?
Yeah, just play for Germany. I think he might have been the captain for a while.
I know who you mean.
Dark,
Mateus.
Mateus.
Lauter Mateus.
Yeah.
Lauter Mateus.
He's
Absolutely.
ginger,
He's the one.
Yeah, he's a player.
No, we want ginger.
No,
He's dark haired. No, you're thinking of Mateus Sammer.
Yeah, Mateus. Lover Mateus.
Oh, yeah, Mateus.
Yeah. He was awesome.
He was younger. You see, I always think of I'm always 90s, so
Yeah.
Rudy Voller.
Rudy Voller.
Rudy
he was
Voller,
probably
yeah.
a bit on the older side. Rudy Voller.
Dirty player.
Not Rudy Voller.
Gert Muller.
Mertesacker. Wasn't he in defence at that point? Mertesacker.
Mertesacker, he's left back, isn't he?
Jurgen Klinsmann. Rudy Voller.
Lauter Mateus.
Yeah, Lauter Mateus. Kuntz.
Jürgen Kluntz.
I always remember.
He equalised against England. Euro '96.
Yeah, but I always remember. Oh my god, John Motson commentary on that. He was talking about something, and then the ball went to him. He went,
Yeah.
Kuntz.
It was perfect. It was one of them perfect timing moments. Because you had the after
I just
show.
spent through that one.
Yeah, so funny. Because you had Badil, and Skinner done on like an after show in Euro '96.
Yeah.
And then that they went to that clip. I remember watching it live and thinking that is absolutely 10 minutes. I was laughing my head off because the conversation before it going into it, and he just went to that. One of the best, without knowing, one of the best bits of commentary just like ever. The timing was impeccable. It was really amazing. We've got thanks for chiming in. How you doing? Cool beats.
Al.
Hey, Al. Yeah, but you're Liverpool.
We were only talking about you yesterday.
These are Liverpool players, so don't kind of go too crazy about it. All right.
Yesterday we were talking about. I was talking about Rebecca today about. I was talking about being in a bar in Leeds, and we started opening Al's beers, and we got told off. It was yesterday. The other day we were talking about.
That was the Winlock Arms. We was in there, and we started.
Whitelocks, yeah.
Whitelocks, yeah. We was in there, and we started just
opening Al's beers.
He was like,
we got told off.
His endless rucksack. It was like, here you go, try that. It's like.
We got told off.
And we were smashed anyway, but yeah, we got
post
thrown.
Beer festival boozing. But yeah, I'm talking about yesterday.
Yeah. So
God.
Love Bamberg. Yeah.
Yes, all of that. I agree with everything you said.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
One of my plans for this year was to go to Germany and Drinks at Agostina in Munich and then go down to Bamberg and drinks the smoked beer.
It was one of my plans as well, funnily enough.
And eat lots of sausage. And that is in a literal sense, not in a lifestyle choice. But I'm open to all offers.
Yeah, I would love to drink a big glass of Stein.
I don't
Stein
care
Road.
about big fucking silly glasses that annoys the piss out of me. Big silly glasses.
That's a big glass.
One thing that annoys me about German beer culture is big stupid fucking glasses.
That's a
It'll
big.
be warm and flat and shit by the end of the time you get to it.
Get a shit
Absolutely,
face off
Al.
the two glasses, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
The amount of beer. eh?
Al, the Duncan has got new owners, and that'll mean something to you and no one else. Stuart took Al to like the worst pub in Leeds, and they've got new owners now. I saw social distancing. I always thought that you could still smoke inside Duncan. It's the roughest fucking pub in Leeds. It's horrible.
Well,
Sounds
even now,
this place.
even
It's
now.
fucking horrible. I walked past it today and they had a little bit of A4 in the window saying new owners. But rough as arseholes is that place.
So we've got 11,000 people watching.
Fuck me.
How many?
Mash the like button.
Wow.
Smash the dislike button.
Dislike
Well,
button, yeah.
Smash whatever you like. But
I've got 11 people watching. I feel like I should up my game. I'm 10% off my phone. I really should create some content on this shiz.
One more thing on
It's just enough Matt from that.
Just get
It's
your
just
charge.
enough. They're
Just
all
get
waiting for
your
Matt for
charge.
massive beer reviews to return, aren't they? We know where the money lies.
It's the build up, isn't it?
Yeah, we're jerking
Have
the
you
curtain.
heard?
Matt's the fucking star of the show.
Go get your.
He's
Rob,
the
go get
he's
your
the
charge.
high end independent we've brought in.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just. I appreciate people who are joining. It's like, yeah. There
It
wouldn't be
is
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
people watching up.
As we said,
It is.
it's this bizarre concept of like community and friendship and things like that. You know.
Oh yeah, it's friends and the rub off.
I
Iconic
mainly
bit.
want to get some of Matt's subs. That's my main intention.
Yeah. Wait,
He's a lot more popular than me.
You don't want my
So-
subs right now, man. They're going backwards.
I was talking about you earlier. I was talking about you and James earlier. Where I find massively entertaining that you cannot. I love how you bite at trolls. You can't let them slide. Just fucking let them. I had a troll this morning. I just said, "Good for you. Have a nice
I've had a
weekend."
few
You and James are always like, "No, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna put you in your fucking place."
It's not just that, man. It's like if I were to show you, if I show you my subscribership, every time I post a Black is Beautiful beer, I lose subs. Straight up, no joke.
I think that's
Like,
just
No joke. It's that transparent.
insane.
Wow.
That's insane.
Here, I'll show. I
should-
can share my screen. I'll show you right now.
I'm
Like
not,
it's
I'm
crazy.
not surprised.
You
I'm not shocked.
They should-
It's disappointing, but
It's just sad. You should be gaining
fucking
subs.
appalling.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's
Well-
like people.
At least you're sorting out. At least you're sorting out that kind of like viewership.
weeding out the fucking bad.
Oh no, and that's the thing. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But it's just like so. Like let's see if I can find it properly. Let's
That's
see.
proper mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Just
awful.
madness. Oh, I'd rather have no subs if it come to that. Just although I appreciate everyone who's watching, but do you know what I mean? It's like nah.
Yeah, like
if
if,
you're
there we go.
that way inclined, then ta.
So that's like what I'm showing right now. Hopefully it's showing it.
Can't see it. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Like I posted a Black is Beautiful beer on the 11th, and you can see that dip down. And then last
Whoa.
night, that's last night to today.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that. That's insane. That is
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And every one of these, almost every one of these dips is from me posting that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. People just people are fucking assholes, man.
That doesn't make
It
any
is-
sense because I mean, when you think of kind of like the biggest
Scary, isn't it?
kind of like global cultural things within kind of beer in independent beer has been All Together and Black is Beautiful. I mean, and that's something that spans like a broader community and stuff. So it's odd that, but shouldn't more people be interested in that because it's not just localized?
Yeah, but Black is Beautiful is a different thing over here. Like there are literally Facebook pages of people like for example, there's a brewery semi-local to my area. It's like within the tri-state area called Mauchonk Brewing. It's they posted like a chalkboard out front of their brewery going, we support, you know what I mean, social injustice and Black Lives Matters,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna make a Black is Beautiful beer. Within an hour, there's a Facebook group with 2,000 followers. Boycott that brewery and let's put them under because they're making this beer. And it's like literally like people are like, fuck this place, let's get a protest against them, blah 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 blah. So it's violent. Like I posted
That's
stuff
nuts.
like when I do my live streams, like people are just spitting fucking
Really?
venom in the comments, like
Wow.
you know what I mean, you're like
Go,
horrific
yeah.
shit I wouldn't want to repeat here.
And
it's constant. Yeah.
That's scary, isn't it? It's proper scary.
It's nuts.
It's scary in the sense that, like, people saying it, I don't think it's scary. It's the volume and the amount that's scary because you thought I'm not going to be as ignorant to say racism doesn't exist. I wouldn't be that stupid, but I didn't think it was still that volumetric and still that loud and still that widespread. You know what I mean? I thought it was a little bit better, but I mean, listen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised it's within the
those circles, yeah.
community. There's one or two people that I'm not shocked about, but we're not going to names, but we all know. But then within the outside community watching in on these reviews, or whoever it is, wow, it really highlights the level of.
It's really kind of in like weird because I'm not saying it's a U.S. based movement, but it's a global movement. But like, for example,
it's
like
a primary U.S. movement. I think
the Premier League, basically they put Black Lives Matter patches on the players, and they had them do a moment of silence for the Rage Fest at the beginning of matches. If an American sport did that, like put the patch on and had a moment of silence, like there would literally be shootings. Someone would go to that sporting event and kill somebody with a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it seems like it's been relatively peaceful, at least from my viewing of the Premier League. They're just like, okay, they're doing their thing. It is what it is. You don't like it, we'll take it at whatever. But in the United States, if the NFL, if the whole of the NFL takes a knee and puts a patch on their shirt, there's going to be massive shootings and violence.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I guess my point in regards to like what those guys, well, especially what you're doing, Matt, is people who have an interest in craft beer are probably most of the time. I'd always think quite liberal people. They've obviously got a bit of cash to spare because good beer is often a lot more expensive. So it takes you in a certain direction. So I always expect a lot of the people who find something with a bit of nuance. I mean, if you're quite broad reaching, like some YouTube channels are, like Simon, for example. I mean, I think he's quite broad reaching, but someone who's a bit more niche, like us guys. I think it just happens to be people who are often more liberal. Some people who are often a lot more educated as well. I'm not being insulting by saying that.
No.
I think it just happens to be if you could break down your demographic to that kind of like level. So in that sense, I find that really surprising that you're kind of like experiencing that. But maybe it's because it's because of the country that you live in. So I mean, we live in a bubble online, a specific online bubble. But and do you think maybe it's popularity? When you get beyond a certain level, it's like James has been had a load of fucking trolls recently and stuff. When you get to a certain level, when you start getting discovered by people, and people start having a fucking.
I've had 1 or 2 trolls. It doesn't bother me at all.
No, me neither.
Just say it like I'm not deleting it, and I'm not going to reply. And then by the end of it, you're going to get bored.
Well, that's it. As I was saying earlier, I love how Matt and James deal with trolls. I got one today. James posted one today, and I replied to him, "Good for you. Have a nice weekend."
But
I just know that James can't. He will not let that. He won't let it slide.
If you smother a troll with kindness,
yeah,
they don't know how to reply to that because that's not
positive.
Positive
in lack of interest.
Yeah, but there's there's so much double speak. Like, like for example, like I got a comment, you know what I mean? Like this morning on last night's stream saying like, man, I love beer, but I try to keep politics out of beer. So I love your channel, but I just, it'd be better off if you don't do that. But the thing is that person who made that comment, if I said something about, Blue Lives Matter or about some military based stuff, they would be like, oh, good. Thanks. I'm really appreciative of you standing up for that.
Yeah,
so they're just saying that it's code for them saying, I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
I don't agree with you. More
basically. But if I said what they wanted to say, they'd be all for it. So it's not they don't leave politics out of beer. They don't like the politics they don't agree with in beer.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
It's all kind of boxes, isn't it? It's well, that's kind of carry on, but yeah,
and that's the thing. Like a lot of the people I do the live streams over here in the United States, whether it be like No Hype or Nerd Sense and those guys, like not to sound douchey, but like I could take the hit. Like if I lose 500 subs, like I don't give a fuck. Like if I lose everybody, I don't give a fuck. But those guys are like, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like breweries that want to do specific things, you know what I mean, and they can't because they don't have a big followership. So there's certain breweries that can't do Black is Beautiful or can't do All Together because their margins are razor thin. They just can't do it because if they do it, they might go under. I don't know. It is what it is. But if I didn't say anything, I'd feel like an asshole or a hypocrite, and that's my personal.
Yeah, there's just you're never gonna please. Well, I mean. It's the right thing to do as well. Let's get to the point of it. And if it pisses people off, good. Fuck off. That's the way I look at it.
Oh yeah. The more people I piss off, the better. I mean, I can get on that fucking bandwagon any day of the week.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob's gone. He's obviously got his phone's probably cut out, I guess. But yeah, no.
Does Rob do it on the phone, doesn't he, or laptop?
I assume he's on his phone. He said his battery was low about half an hour ago or whatever. But it's really sad that you've lost so many. Or that graph you showed. It's like, really? That's just like, I can't get my head around that. I can't.
Yeah, but if I like, that's the thing. Like, if you look at it, it's kind of a stark contrast between normal versus whatever. But if I walk through Walmart, it doesn't surprise me. You know what I mean? If I walk through like normal, everyday society. It doesn't surprise me then. When I look at the graph and you see it that way, you're like, okay, it is what it is. But when you walk around and you see people flat out refusing to wear masks and see people flat out saying it's a hoax and flat out saying it's an agenda, and you realize most humankind are fucking red hot fucking dumb, then you're just like, yeah, it's not kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Put your fucking nose inside your mask, you morons. I've been my
It's just
my comments are like 17% of the populace. Jesus Christ! My mate said it's like wearing your trousers with your cock hanging out.
I've got my whoopee cushion here. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. That's my whoopee cushion.
I love that. Whoopee cushion. I said like, yeah, it's your D cup.
Yeah,
No, I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it. Jesus Christ!
I'm not offended by it. It's just while I'm on a train or a bus or whatever.
I've been considerate to my fellow human beings.
People think the Earth is flat, and it's not like it's like, oh, there's this huge swath of people that think the Earth is flat, and that's the way they were raised. No, that's not it. There's like a new group of new human beings who know how to function as normal humans. Absolutely will die on that hill. Man, if that's not crazy pants, I don't know what is.
It's almost like flat earthers. Crazy pants. Flat earthers don't wear face masks. It's the same breed.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're on the same. Sorry, they're on the same level.
Fucking common sense.
But yeah. So, if you get what I'm saying, but yeah, it's just I don't get it.
Moron is a moron is a moron.
And to echo that point, what's everybody up to? Let's get off this
stupid does
negative stuff. Let's talk about Rob being drunk and us having a good time. What's
I'm
going
not
on?
drunk. I'm okay.
You're doing well there. I'm getting
all right, considering. I feel like I'm okay.
I'm not drunk. I thought I was getting drunk earlier. I've kind of gone down that slope, and then I'm just slowly easing back into where I was, which is good. You know? Yeah, no, I'm not.
You're not a moment when I pass out on camera. No, it'll never happen.
Well, yeah, etc. But yeah. I need to get another beer, so I'm out.
I actually just picked one up. It's one of the few lower ABV fellas in my fridge. Which don't mess with Yorkshire. Don't mess with Yorkshire ale.
We're not.
Don't mess with Yorkshire. Don't mess with Yorkshire.
Northern Monk trying to be hard, or as you would put it, odd.
Odd. Let's not get into that. Audi. Getting the Audi. Getting down the old Audi.
And all this bad pudding rubbish.
I mean, you got Audi from the Southern State, but yeah, we're not going to go into that one.
Yorkshire.
What, the bad pudding? What's all this bad pudding?
What?
What nonsense?
You talking about black pudding? You talking about black pudding?
No, batter pudding.
Well, apparently, I was watching something at Adam Richmond yesterday, and Americans have a name for it as well. It's like pop up pudding or something.
All right.
And I found that it may be slightly more offensive. It's all bullshit, and it doesn't mean anything. All of it means nothing. It's Yorkshire fucking pudding. Yorkshire pudding and roast beef. That is it.
Yorkshire pudding means something.
That's it. That's it. There's no in between. There's no rationale. There's no explanation. It just is. Pick all your favourite little things, whatever they may be. Specify.
Start mixing that song playing while Paul writes stuff.
I'm just going to go and get a beer, so yeah, I need a beer.
See, I don't like turkey and cranberry, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It was what it
It
was.
is what it is. It is what it is. I need a fresh glass. That was a dark beer. I'm probably not gonna. I clean it in the morning. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh man, I love you, Rob.
I saw that thing you put up about John Terry getting kicked in the face.
Oh fuck yeah! Why did you take offense to that, man? I love John Terry getting kicked in the face.
I was joking.
Oh man, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. I will fucking. I look at every time that pops up in my fucking memories. I'm like such a happy guy. I'm like, oh, John Terry's getting kicked in the face.
It was a full kick.
Do you remember that?
Us off now.
When it happened, I remember watching. It was like, what is it like? Oh, what is it like? 04? Like fucking something that was like a Carling Cup or some shit. Oh, fucking, I love it. That's like I want to buy like a retro. I want to buy like a retro
T-shirt.
Abu Dhabi jersey just because he kicked fucking Terry in the fucking face.
He's great. He's great.
Oh yeah. See, my era of Arsenal was I went to as a Sheffield Wednesday, a fair weather Sheffield Wednesday sport. I went down to Highbury once, and we got absolutely annihilated, like 6-0, and it was a depressing 4-hour coach journey back. And we were in the Arsenal end as well. Tickets were cheap. Wednesday in Arsenal, and but that was the era of Tony Adams and Martin Keown and Lee Dixon, Ray Parlour,
Nigel Winterburn.
I think Nigel Winterburn. No, I think Nigel Winterburn was there actually at that point. I think he may have. I don't think he was. But Ian Wright, obviously, he was fucking a menace.
Rocky?
Paul Merson? No, Paul Merson. I think it was just after Paul Merson actually. It was. So it was just as Bergkamp had been brought in. Just as Bergkamp.
96 must be like 96 time.
Probably was 96. Actually.
Yeah.
It would have been. Yeah, it definitely would have been around that point. It was my mate I met at college. So yeah, but yeah, I remember watching Arsenal.
Yeah, Rocky Redcastle. He died, didn't he? Like 89
at Sheffield, and being at that. My mate had season tickets at that goal end, and I remember just the tension as Ian Wright kind of like fucking stormed forward towards goal. Oh, it was just like Jesus Christ, he's going to score again. He's going to score. I completely can remember it now because we were getting absolutely annihilated. It was terrible, but they were at their peak. Wouldn't for me. I mean,
bring back those days.
Yeah, I mean, Henry was incredible player, but all that those kind of. I hated Martin Keown. Rough fucking. He was a dirty fucking elbowy player.
Like Monkey Man. Keown. He looked like a missing link, didn't he?
I like Tony Adams. All respect for Tony Adams, but
but Martin Keown, he's got that missing link look. He looks like a flipping missing link between Ape and Matt.
Patchy fucking hair. Yeah. Missing link. Absolutely. I enjoyed Paul Merson with his excessive drinking. How can you not like an alcoholic? But, no, I was a bit more. I preferred a bit of Ray Parlour.
Have you heard that North are trying to sponsor Leeds, aren't they?
I think that was a very much a passing comment. Just to piss around, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it cost them so much money.
It'd be good if they could.
Adams in the basement. Craig. Adams in the basement. Adams in the basement. I think Craig from Kent's Beer Reviews.
Craig
is doing a beer of Craig. I like the American pronunciation of Craig. I think he's doing a beer review, so you might have to wait like 17 minutes.
Oh, is that
Oh,
usually
okay.
what he's doing when he dips
Yeah,
off?
that's British beer reviewers. They take forever, don't they? They'll have a 15-minute beer review, don't they?
Oh yeah, you get like in the United States, people like I had a 6-minute 30-second beer review, and that person's like, Jesus fucking Christ, just drink the beer already. And I was like, really? I was like, really, dude? I was like, really? And then he's like, yeah. He's like, I finished my beer. I'm like, wait, you're drinking fucking
You talk load of shit before you fucking even open the beer.
double IPAs in 6 minutes? Like, what's wrong with you? You have a problem? And then he flipped out. You know what I mean? Like,
I saw that. That was beautiful.
yeah.
Once upon a time, Chaz Beer Review said, if your beer review's longer than 7 minutes, I'm not going to watch it. And that honestly, I mean, that kind of like changed a real kind of like tide a specific point, and it did make an effort. It did make a real difference. Something like Chris Stelz, I think, kind of created a certain kind of like blueprint for a while. We were talking about this the other night. It's like who sets the standard?
Yeah, but then But then, like Chad, like no one ever watches shit, so it.
No, but Chad was massive.
Yeah, but like in general, like he's massive in a way that like
He was.
the first person who ever does it. Like just because you do shit first doesn't mean you're good. You know what I mean? And, like that's like one of the biggest misnomers in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
So like I have stories that people have told me about him, like not beer tubers. I'm talking to like breweries and brewers and journalists and like this fucking guy. But it's like
he's a very specific personality type. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, and he's a fucking idiot, is what he is.
Is he quite?
Chad is always always all right with me, but he upset a lot of people. And
he's a schmarmy douche. You ever watch you ever watch Grandma's Boy the movie?
No.
Okay, go watch Grandma's Boy. He's like the guy who creates the video game Grandma's Boy. But anyway, outside of this conversation, Stelzy made a very rare appearance about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. Like a blip on the radar. So somebody in the United States started a Instagram channel called.
Sorry. He's like, I like that you call him Stelzy.
Yeah. So there's someone
show him some fucking respect. It's Chris Stelz. He's big Nation motherfucker.
Hey, everybody raise their hand. Everybody who's done a joint beer review with Stelz, raise your hand. Okay. Anyway, so somebody started a beer review channel called Drunk Beer Reviews, and they're basically taking all YouTube beer reviews, and slowing them down by like half speed.
Yeah,
so we all have, like, hammered drunk. And then Instagram, it's hilarious. And they put one of Stelz's up, and he actually responded. They're like, "Oh, where did this guy go?" And then he's like, "I'm still around." So he like literally chimed in. So I was like, "Ooh, a little bit of chutzpah underneath Stelz."
Hey, good. It's good that it's live and kicking. I mean, you kind of like think you don't know what happens to people when they kind of. I like people. If you're gonna stop doing your fucking channel, just disappear. I hate people who fucking make a drama about it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna post a vlog about how I'm gonna close my channel down. Oh, don't be so self-important.
Well, that's Chad's. That's it. That's what he's like. I'm shutting my channel down. Then he just starts doing it again. Now shut my channel down. I start doing it again. Shut my channel down. Start doing it again. It's like not that he
gets steadily lost interest in it over the time.
Well, you know, he leaned so hard into the BJCP nerd thing, which is like totally irrelevant in beer nowadays. That it's just like he actually didn't know what to do, so he leaned into BJCP, just like leaning into dumbest thing ever. So
he wrote a book and stuff. I don't know. He didn't move to Florida or something. I think, Chad.
Yeah. He's an Uber driver. I mean, what do you want?
See, if I was in IT.
No, he drives Uber. That's all.
Really?
He does. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. There you go. That's what happened to Chad's beer reviews. He's driving Uber. If you're in a certain part of Florida, maybe you'll get picked up and have some enlightening conversation about the local Florida vice. I don't know. That's a shame. That's kind of sad. Chad was is a particular type of person, and I appreciate that. But he's always
Quite
okay.
opinionated.
Yeah, but I mean, but some fucking welcome to YouTube. People have a certain personality type, and they choose to share their opinion. And so I don't think he's that unique in that sense. I mean, yeah, absolutely. He fucking wound up a lot of people, and really got the goat of a lot of trolls who kind of like he incessantly reply to their comments. I'm not looking at anybody. If I'm going to say if you're going to reply to trolls, they might go after you. But if you get to a certain level of popularity, it's inevitable that there will be trolls who have a bit of a fucking go.
Oh, you don't. I don't think you actually. I think your first step in being anything is trolls. Like if you don't have trolls, that's weird.
No, I think you can fly under the radar happily for ages and not get that much in way of trolls.
Fair enough.
No, I think you do. I get bits and bobs here and there.
It's like that thing, isn't it? Like as soon as you get to like above your station, in a way. Sometimes.
Yeah, you fucking that guy in New Jersey, he's a fucking big mad motherfucker. Hey, but that's it. But yeah, that's true. No, it's true. No, but that's it is an odd situation. But then again, if you like boil down to the essentials of what this nonsense we're doing is just drinking a beer and spouting your opinion. It's quite fallible in a lot of ways. That, why shouldn't someone go? Hang on, I don't agree with you. And the more popular that is, and more accessible that it is, more people will say, I don't agree. So it's always on like the most commonly available thing you'll get interest from and objection from.
Yeah,
I remember years ago getting a comment from a guy who didn't have great English about Fuller's London Porter, and he had a weird connection to his account. I'm like, what's that? I looked into it, and he was an international artist represented by Saatchi and Saatchi. So some like kind of high end, kind of like fine artist watching my bullshit review about Fuller's London Porter. I'm like, fucking hell, what's this? I'm sure recently, I think it was Peter or James had a comment by somebody who was a prince from some country. I can't remember if it was Peter or James. James is watching now. James, send a comment when Craig's finished doing his 25-minute review. Then he might write it. But I'm sure somebody had a comment from a prince recently. But I mean, when you're out there on YouTube is this weird cavernous nonsense. And what you find from there, I'm mainly looking for reviews on leggings and underwear hauls. That's all I'm looking at on YouTube at the moment. But I mean, that's just me.
What was that when that troll really went into you? Like it was another Fuller's beer, wasn't it? It was Fuller's.
The one that went the most entertaining one for me. I love it. Everybody's got their one, and I'll definitely ask Matt that in a minute. Ollie's got a cracker. I can't remember what Ollie's told us before, and it was an absolute storm. Ollie had a really good one the other day about something as well. Ollie had a cracker, but my one what I had, which was probably the most entertaining, was it was really friendly at the start. It was like, oh, I really love your reviews, but and something about your fucking little owl mouth. Okay. Okay. My fucking little owl mouth. But yes, so Matt, what is your most memorable? Not actually the best. What sticks with you is like ridiculous comment.
By far and away, the most insane comment I ever had was this one person once said you were reasonable and understandable. I thought that was crazy because that's not what I do. No. Like I've had crazy. I've got people email me directly saying heinous shit, saying like, I'm a fat F word as far as like homosexual, like you're a piece of shit, eat my dick. Like I have people because I'm opinionated. So like people say shit all the time, but I mean people say fucking crazy shit constantly. I don't know. You know what?
But nothing like stands out. Anything memorable. So something with a little bit.
Honestly, memorable is when people agree with me. That's the memorable part. I'm like,
he's so hard done by.
Yeah, but
it's misunderstood, baby.
Probably the. You know what? I'll flip the script.
Go on.
You know what bothers me the most, and that's like not memorable, but bothers me, is when people hang on shit that I don't care about. Like when people are like, "Oh, you pronounced that wrong." Like pronunciation Nazis are like,
"Oh,
I can't stand them, dude." Like,
sorry,
literally,
I'm all over that. I'm terrible for that.
Yeah, I just can't stand it.
Aldi for stars, Aldi. No, it's fucking Aldi. Sorry, Matt. I'm in pedantics. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Or people like you're wrong.
It's Motor Echo. It's not Motika. I can fucking tell you that for sure.
Yeah, but it's like someone's like, I just drank this beer. I just drank this beer and you're wrong, and you said it wrong, and it's a beer I reviewed 5 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. Like some dude said you should have never dyed your beard, and he watched a review from 5 years ago. I was like, I didn't dye it, motherfucker. Like I got
some ravages of time.
You know what I mean? Like it's like okay.
No, I disagree. I think you look much more handsome these days, Matt. Oddly, a couple of weeks ago, I went back and they were like, "Yeah, exactly." I went back and they were like, "Matt doesn't look anything like he used to do like 5 years ago."
You're all handsome.
So, the ravages of time. He's got his crazy ice hat on. Shit's going to go down.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Someone fell asleep their own barbecue.
I was doing another review.
It's all going wrong. Already, Adam's fucking shit up.
Adam's lost weight. I reckon Adam's lost weight.
I know, I'm going to say. He's had a wash, he's had a shave, or he's lost some weight. Let's have a close up. Go on, let's have a close up, Greg. Go on. Make him feel insecure.
No.
Put him on solo cam.
I'm drinking that.
Shine like millions.
That's
yes to have that one.
Make him feel insecure. Now put him on camera.
It's so good.
Make him feel
insecure. So good. It's so good.
Yeah, so I remember 7 o'clock at night here sitting
When
down,
was that?
and I just woke up half an hour ago.
It happens, doesn't it? It does happen. It happens when
Yeah.
you're working from home. I think you just fall asleep and you wake up.
That's
I
never happened.
I did that yesterday.
Oh no, I've been drinking since 11, so
Oh, that's
what
it.
happened.
I think that's your answer.
Yeah. You seriously look like you've lost weight since like
no,
last week.
just trim a beard.
That's a good
That's
way
what
of
it
doing
is.
it.
Oh, right.
Contour.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's what it is then. Yeah.
But
I cleared my fridge out, so all I got is Belgian.
that.
Yeah.
No Duvel, no.
No. Paras is all that's left.
It's pronounced Duvel, not Duval. It's not
I said
Robert
Paras.
Duval.
We-
It's not Robert Duval. It's Duvel.
I'm a shit.
I think we should do a hashtag.
Yeah,
No,
I'm a
no,
shit ton of
I'm not.
forward.
Do you know what? I'm really looking forward to Tuesday night. It's gonna be entertaining. Some people are gonna get fucking drunk.
Pass.
Hashtag.
No, you gotta watch it, Adam. Adam, don't just pull that shit. It's gonna be really entertaining. People are gonna get drunk, and
Well,
let's
what
see
I'm
what
gonna do-
happens.
I'm just gonna scroll through the comments. And
I went to get a
carry on
bottle
talking.
opener.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining. I thought Simon's stream last night was good. Good actually. I thought it was quite entertaining.
I heard you were on it.
I won't do the whole 10. No way.
It was quite entertaining. Last week was better. Last week was a stormer with the crew. That was a cracker. Taking the piss out of his brother-in-law. That was a very
It was banging.
entertaining. It was really funny. It was a really nice thing. It was a really lovely kind of like group of people and having a nice time. The guitar bit was a bit arduous, but that's what happens with twats with the guitar. The earth is flat. The place is here. It's true. I actually live on a bit of a hill, so I'd have issues with that comment. Guess
I'm not. I'm just running through them. I'm not even going to bother reading them. I'm just going to carry on talking.
Go for it. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. So do you have a good barbecue?
So Adam, what was on the barbecue tonight? And just to preface this, I will judge you.
Chicken legs, burgers,
Okay.
sausages, bratwurst.
You've done the two bad ones.
Why?
Like chicken and right. Chicken.
Yeah,
Was it cooked?
you went on first.
Was it cooked
Yes,
when you eat it? Have you
Definitely.
poisoned anyone tonight?
I have not. They went on first. Chicken went on first. Chicken always goes on first.
Yeah, if you know how to cook chicken.
Yes, it may have been overcooked.
So burgers, were they from the supermarket or were they making myself?
They were Aldi special.
No. Did you flatten them out before you served them? No, well, there's another problem. Put a salt on it before you served it.
No, because
Jesus
some of them were
Christ, have you got
some
no
of them were
respect
cheese
for
filled.
anyone?
Gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. I gotta go.
Always a pleasure, Matt.
Thank you
Nice
very
to speak to you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
much for that. I appreciate it.
I'm going to destroy Adam's but fucking
That's
terrible
I'm
barbecue
gonna do
situation. Right, so you got a burger
Yes.
back from the supermarket.
Yes.
It's yay thick.
They were the two
Squash it down.
different thickness.
Squash it down, fella. Don't fill it way out.
I was more concerned getting the social distancing sorted and the chairs disinfected.
I've been more bothered about the fucking food poisoning, to be honest.
They were trust me, they were easily cooked all the way through.
Most
We
barbecues
weren't messing around
Didn't
with
see
is an
the
exercise in burning meat from the outside. Got fucking burnt meat and a raw on the inside.
No. they
Don't
were
do
definitely cooked.
sausages. Don't do sausages.
like-
Don't do burgers. Don't do
Why,
chicken.
what's wrong with sausages?
If you want to link Lee, just let me know.
Because
wrong
it
with
takes
sausages?
such a long time to cook sausages. If I'm going to cook a sausage in my frying pan, it's going to take 20 minutes.
So I have a two.
Your
I have a
sausage
two.
is yay thick.
Yes.
You've got to get it on all sides. You've got to cook it through. So many fucking burn.
I have a
The
two.
most insane carbon fucking
I have a
monstrosity
two.
is a sausage.
I have
and
a two barbecue system. I have ones that are it's only just warm on one side, and I have red hot heat on the other side. So I transfer them to warm through, and I have red hot heat on the other side.
Well, if you're well, if you want to talk about kind of specific barbecue techniques, well, that's another situation. But yeah,
Everything was cooked
indirect
through.
heat, but still,
I
never.
just happened to fall asleep.
If you ever
So
want
that's
to, if you ever want to impress someone with a barbecue, go on YouTube and look for carne asada.
I wasn't impressing anyone. They've been my mates for how old am I? 31. They've been my mates
31.
for yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I know. They've been my mates. They've
He's
been my mates.
He's had a hard life.
I have had a life.
What is it?
They've been mates for like 20 odd years. So
No, but still, should never.
I wasn't
let that
impressing
go.
anyone. It was all cooked through. Everything was laid out.
Make carne
They were happy with
asada.
that.
All you need to do: spices, loads of citrus, stick it in a bag overnight, and just whack that on your grill for like fucking like a minute and a
Marinate
half,
the chicken
and
in
it will
Cajun
turn your
spices.
world inside. It will turn your world inside out. Chicken's
Marinate
not
Is
the
that
worth
with
it.
chicken.
beef?
It's not-
That's beef or pork.
What?
You
I
can't
marinated the
decide.
chicken.
It's
So
beef.
Chicken and beef.
I didn't have any pork apart from the sausages.
Chicken.
There you go, Rob. Rob.
Beef.
Even when Rob is slosh, he refused to talk no trash about a person. You know me, Lee. I'm a pleasant fella. I won't say I'm sloshed, but I appreciate the use of the term. But
He's not
cool.
as drunk as I am, easily.
Cool.
Oh, you know.
Even
we
though I'm
were
going to
all-
tell him how shit his barbecue is, and I want
I
to even
think-
at it. You fucking
but-
dickhead.
It doesn't matter.
Bloody hell. Jesus Christ, it's a barbecue. Calm down.
Rob,
I'm only joking.
Lee, if you want to join, that'd be up. That'd be cool.
Lee exists in the shadows.
Or anyone
That's how
else.
That's how he works.
We've got two places here.
Do you want to criticise my glassware while we're at it, Rob?
It's just an
I'll get
opinion.
hold of
It's just an opinion.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I can't go beyond that. I can't go beyond that because if that's your opinion,
It's just
and
timing.
I'm not saying
It's just
your
timing.
opinion is incorrect. I'm just saying there's better ways of doing it.
Opinions. So, yeah.
I'm just saying there's better ways of doing it. If you
I'd
can
like to
look
put
around or
we're not
listen
slogging
to
after that
people.
podcast because Rob's been a guest and I've been featured.
I've been a guest like 4 times
Yeah. Well,
from
you
the back
so
in
you
the
should.
day. Absolutely,
should.
icon.
I mean, so you should, man. You are an
That's very kind of you.
you are you're an influencer. Yeah.
Fuck off. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Anyway, I'm going to go. Got to be up early in the morning.
Are you working? God bless you.
Yeah, I'm not working, but I've got to. I'm
Big
helping my
wank
sister
plan.
move out. Yeah.
Big bang plan.
Sorry.
Don't make me laugh. I've had too much drink.
See you later, Rory,
I was
mate.
trying to think of an elaborate excuse. See you later.
It is what it is.
Bloody hell.
Sorry, Ron.
Oh dear.
That's what happens. That's what happens. As
Hey,
Lee pointed out, when Rob from Obsy's sloshed.
I'm just glad I kept my eyebrows, because usually if I fall asleep at one of our parties, they're the first to go.
But you shave them off yourself.
No, other people do. If you fall asleep, that's it.
And you're fucking old road, mate. So if you fall asleep around here on the old road, you'll fucking have your eyebrows, mate.
They're all from West Lancashire as well.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
From
Nobody knows
Bury.
what that means. Bury? No, that's East Lancashire.
Fucking
You're on the opposite end of
I
it.
have no idea, and I do not care.
You basically just said that the equivalent of fucking Shipley and York.
I think, but the thing is, I don't care. My lack of knowledge of Lancashire is
like a true
summed up by
Yorkshire.
that. Well, exactly. I take umbrage against anybody from to the side at Pennines. I don't at all. I couldn't give a shit. I've got a lot of good friends from the other side of Pennines, excluding you shite. Don't mean it. I didn't mean it. Really. I was saying that for a fact. No, I'm going to say, shall we do some SoundClouds here?
So who's going to be ready for the big show on Tuesday then?
I'm really honestly.
I'm
really looking forward to it. Honestly, I think it'll be quite entertaining because people are going to get fucked up. That's a lot of strong beer.
Not asked.
Yeah, I'm really interested in watching it.
Well, to be fair, apart from Scott, I'm all unsubscribed anyway. So
No, I just think it's.
I
don't think it's something that Simon planned to do, but I think it will actually be quite entertaining.
I just like to say at this point, I was talking about RB Leipzig against PSG. So
okay, missed the game. Fell asleep.
just
And
saying.
do you know what? I think Scott will actually do the best out of the bunch because he's significantly bigger than the rest of them. I mean, like Mark's. I didn't realise Mark was so small.
What made me laugh?
Mark's 10 stone and 6 foot.
I was listening.
And Simon's fucking. Simon tells you if Simon tells you he's 12 stone, he's definitely at least 12 stone.
No,
And he says
didn't.
he's 6 foot. He says he's 5'8". He's fucking not. I'm 5'9", 5'10", and
He said 5'7". He said last
Well,
night,
he's 5'7" at a push.
and he said
Push.
he said he was 16. No,
12 stone. It's 12
He didn't
stone.
say 12 stone, did he? Did he say 12 stone?
He said
I'm sure he
12
said
stone.
more than that.
No, he said
Really?
12.
I'm 6'2", so
Exactly. Simon.
2 inches taller than me, Craig.
He's a big lad.
it's only a couple of inches.
Hey, they all count. No, Simon's a little fella.
I'm one of those people that
he's
measure
6,
myself with no
he's
shoes
2,
on.
he's 5'6" tops. He's no bigger than 5'6". He's a wee fella.
Whatever.
He is. But so Scott, I've not met Scott, and I would imagine Scott's like 6, at least 6 foot, and he's a big lad. And just due to, I think he'll be able to.
You can't tell by people sitting down doing a beer review, though.
Yeah, you can tell Scott's a big fella. Scott will be at least 6 foot, and he'll be knocking around 15 stone. He's a big lad. He's a big lad. He's a big. I've saw it for his channel. He's bigger than he used to be. He's a big lad. He'll fare the best of the lot. Simon will fade early, I
Yeah,
think
we
Mark
know
will try his best, but I think Scott will surprise you. I think
Yeah,
he'll,
but
I think he'll soldier through
Mark
right
reckons,
at the end.
Mark reckons he's going to have a triple after it. It's like, okay then.
He's gonna be pissed.
He hasn't got what's the name? He hasn't got Mel to help out with him, has he? Either
Yeah.
she's out, shut the house.
Yeah, but she's also said that he's sleeping on the couch, so there's no shot.
She said he was sleeping in a tent.
Fucking hell, was he got to put it up after?
I have no idea.
Put it up before you start, son. You know. So, oh my word.
So
So is
Will,
my rule.
I'd say neither.
It could get to the point where he'll forget to switch the off button, and it'll just be rolling for fucking hours. So
Someone said that on Friday. I was listening. I was doing the gardening and getting abused by spiders because my legs are like bitten to.
You fucking dickhead!
Do you not try and? Sorry.
I will get back. I put this up on screen for a while. I just wanted to cut in. And,
I suspect that's James trying to get some fucking subscribers.
It's not.
I don't. Everyone's got a different style.
Apples and oranges, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
It is.
It's just what you prefer. It's what you prefer. There's a
If it's
beer.
longer than 50,
There's
it's
a beer
longer than
reviewer.
15 minutes.
Yeah, but there's a beer reviewer for everyone. That's the way I kind of see it.
Yeah. Peters are longer, but I like Peters because I mean, obviously he's a friend of mine, and I have a lot of fondness for the chap. And I love how self-deprecating he is for like the first 7 minutes of a video. And
as soon as he starts being self-deprecating, I start typing a comment.
I know when he starts talking about beer, that's when I tune out. But exactly as Craig said, it's like what you're looking for. Something like, for example, James. Let's put James to one side for a moment. But Peter, I would say, is comparable in a lot of ways. They're longer, but they're kind of meandering. It's a bit of a flight of fancy, but it's an expression of personality, which is as its appeal in itself. James has a analytical approach, which is quite the opposite of what Peter does. Peter it's personality. You buy into Peter, you kind of like no, but that's what it is. I mean, you kind of going with him. It's like you've got to know him. You got to buy into it to watch these fucking 15 minutes of nonsense, because it's like I know this guy, I like this guy, and I want to see where he's going with. But at the same time, I kind of respect him as well because it's like, and I know he likes this, and you kind of buy into that kind of situation. James, for example, is quite different. That James is a academic in a lot of ways, so therefore comes at it from a different angle, quite analytical, but you'll get lots of good information.
I worry about
sometimes
Peter.
Out of date James, especially if you want to talk about British Bros. But that's James. I mean, he is an academic, and he's very learned, and that's the approach that he comes at it from. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want just short, sharp fluff? Do you want long, analytical kind of approach? What are you after? And sometimes it's just finding the people. I think that you like, because I think there's obviously a lot more guys in America, and I don't watch many guys from America, so the people that I do watch, like Matt, for example, and not just that he was on our chat earlier, you kind of like, you can find some kind of like appeal.
No worries.
There you go.
No,
for example, someone like Lee Russell with terrible He's a terrible beer reviewer. But that's it. But no, absolutely. And absolutely, but exactly. But there you go, and that's how Beer Tube started. It's
yeah, but I love his rawness and honesty. I think that's more important than anything else.
Fucking deadpan, kind of like honest.
You know where you are.
Yeah,
with Lee.
but Lee always had a humour to him, even though he's super deadpan.
Oh,
but he always had a humour to him as well. And it's all it's up to you really. But it's likability, and it's like, who are the people who chime with you? I like people who have a certain level of cynicism.
Dry.
So somebody like Lee, I always like Lee.
But dry, poker faced beer reviews.
Slightly angry. Well, I would say slightly angry, quite angry.
No,
but do you know what I mean? No, but whatever builds up that kind of personality of the person you want.
You know where you are. You know where you are with Lee, and I love that. I like that.
Until he's in your backyard.
If you don't like you, he'll tell you. It's just fuck off.
Yeah.
It's just one of them deals, you know.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Simple.
Exactly. But that's the entire thing. You discover those people that you kind of relate to, I guess, in a lot of ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe some of the people that often are quite popular are a little bit kind of bland. But then it's like, once again, it's like it depends what you're looking for, really.
Not really.
Slightly blandness.
Blandness.
Terrible.
Like Dunbar, yeah. Bland.
Like Dunbar, exactly.
So
it's not good, but
what do you think of Raggy, Rob?
I've never heard of Raggy.
No, you gotta watch a bit of Raggy. You gotta take a jaunt down Raggy Avenue.
Raggy Avenue.
Yeah, Raggy Avenue. Anything over 8%, Raggy Avenue.
6'3". Wow. I'm quite intimidated by tall women.
I'm not.
6'3". Holy
I'm
shit!
not either.
Really?
You used to be an aphrodisiac for me.
I'll tell you
tall
what.
Women. No, clearly I'm massively insecure. So.
I say that with a missus that's 5'4".
Pervert. You got some Robert Crumb kind of like situation going over there. Big Amazonians.
Days. We get through.
Slagging
off your hat.
Shit. Don't be mean to Craig. Craig's lovely. It's like kicking a spaniel. You fucking pricks. Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever.
Don't be mean to Craig. Cunts.
To be fair,
you're not 19 stone, you bellend. You're not.
You don't need a treadmill.
Gorgeous.
I'm heavier than that.
You're fucking not, Adam.
You was fine.
You're not. Fuck off, Adam.
I hide it well.
Adam, you're no. Fuck off, Adam.
Should we do a live weighing?
No. I've met Adam, and Adam is nowhere near 19 stone.
Over?
Fuck
Definitely
off.
over.
You're not, mate. You're not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just boasting your ego. I don't want you to, but I've met you, and you're not like that. Paul is a monster of a man. Paul's like fucking. Paul's a brick wall.
He's tall.
But,
heavy bones, my friend.
He was his biggest when we saw him.
But he ain't no
Paul's not that.
He's like 6'6".
It's all in his cock. That's his weight.
I can't vouch for that, but he's very broad.
You shared a room with him for 3 nights.
I think that's one of his biggest regrets. But that's. I found that.
Do you wake up with a bruise on your face?
Get out of town, Paul. Get out of town. Get out of town, guy. Fuck no.
I'm not going to go into it here. But,
But if you are Paul, you wear it well, my friend.
No,
But,
Paul's just like, yeah, but he's just so tall. He's just like, you know,
Yeah, it's a big fucking dude.
he's well built. But
I remember
fat.
seeing
Yeah,
him
Yeah, but he's not
opposite me on the Staley
He's
Bridge
not-
platform, dancing
he's
like a
not-
lunatic in
he is not fat.
a suit.
He's not fat.
And
He's
yeah.
just well built. He's muscular.
he's a beast.
When he's
Beast
got
in the woods.
when he's got a black cowboy hat on, dressed in black, and he's walking down,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck
know.
is that?
Hey, we all feel shit about ourselves in that sense.
But you'd rather know.
No,
You'd rather know than not. You know, absolutely.
absolutely. You'd rather know than that. That applies to you. That comment applies to you as well, Adam. So no, you're not. If you think you are, I'll be very surprised. I've met you.
I am.
You didn't seem in that sense.
I reckon.
Unless you're
at least 8.
Unless you're bigger, unless you're taller than I thought you were. You're like
I'm 6 foot dead without shoes.
6 foot. Yeah, you're a little bit taller than me. Yeah, not that big. Come on now, big.
That's it. We're done the comments.
8 pounds heavier than Paul, at least.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know. But if you are, you don't look it, mate.
You don't. You I mean,
Craig can't talk. Craig hasn't seen me in the flesh.
I've not seen you in your pants, but I've met Adam, and I thought, but yeah. I don't think when I met you, Adam, have we met
We'd have a lot
online
of
before
beers.
that much? Not much, have we?
I don't know. It was
I
December,
don't
so a
think.
bit.
I think it was only not much, really, have we? No,
so
no.
you're not seeing me in my pants, but have you seen Adam in his pants? Then
I've seen Craig in his pants.
Me, yeah.
I've seen Craig in his pants.
Not yet.
I've shared a room with him, and he snored like a fucking broken lawnmower.
I'd
It
like
felt
to
like
point
it
out.
bounced off the walls and the ceiling.
I would like to point out. I think I snore more than Craig as well.
See, I thought I snored the worst, because it turns out Craig,
No.
I think, is
No,
the champion.
I've been told by many people my snoring is terrible.
Adam, I sometimes I wake up in the morning feeling like I've snored that loudly. I've hurt myself.
Oh no, I would know. I know. Because
But
I've
I
been
think
punched
you might have
awake
to
in the middle of the
start.
night.
I think when us guys meet up, I think you and Craig in the same room.
Yeah, fine.
Only the strongest survives.
I'm not worried. Craig should be worried.
Oh, you're surprised. I'm telling you, it was something.
If I'm tired, I don't give a fuck. That's it, done.
I snore,
Sorry.
and when I turn, I jump as well.
Uh,
I'm awful. No, I will like do a full 360 midair. Yeah.
Where's girlfriend? Right, so I know. Hey, here's what it is.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Hey.
I asked Paul in the morning. I said, "Was I snoring bad?" He said, no, you was fine. I was like, "Okay." I thought that's weird. And then,
I always find it a compliment.
and then
That's
about
lying to me.
3 or 4 weeks later, he was on one of the Canadian beer tubers, kind of like,
Hey, Craig and Craig's behaviour, it smells like a fucking rusty old lawnmower.
no, but the truth came kind of out, and it's like, oh, it was a brilliant time, yada yada yada, on a Wednesday on my good friend Maxwell Star, so check him out on 101.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was the after chat. And he goes, "Yeah, it was a great time, but fucking hell, that Craig can snore." I'm like, yeah. It took me about 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, it was just one of them real funny kind of like moments. Well, I wasn't in the comments. I was just like, just watching, and
I think I was laying in. I was laying in bed screaming.
it just made me laugh. I was like, yeah.
Really loud. It's like,
I mean, that's
Peter and but we had the beds, and Peter and Jake had like the terrible weird like foldy chairs, things. Then they got a cracking night's sleep. The light sleeper and the fucking mission fucking snorer.
Yeah. Oh.
If he snores like that, definitely I'm going to be eating on snoring.
Who's shushing? Who's shushing?
I was shushing. I was shushing you while you were saying, because it will stop people when they're like, shh.
Oh,
anything to get me a fucking chance in here.
Yeah, it's not.
See
Nice.
that
It's not nice.
to gain like full mount and pound you.
I snore lightly when I've not had a drink. When I've had a proper skinful, fucking yeah. Bad.
I will attest to that, as I'm sure our lovely
Yeah,
Paul will do.
but it's also very kind of like I need to room on my own. I need a room on my own.
Therefore, me and Craig we're the older guys
Nah,
in the room.
not at all. It's not fair. It's not fair.
We'll be right.
It's not fair.
Have a bed, proper bed.
It ain't
Not
fair.
some.
I'll get my own room.
Put young lads on like fucking sofa,
It's not fair.
foldable sofa. They can fucking deal with that shit. Older lads,
It ain't fair.
proper bed.
I don't want no sleeping.
That's what we did. That's what I did. Oh, that's. You can sleep anywhere.
No, I'll get my own room. It's easy.
I think I'll always be in my own room. When Paul came over, first night I went in my own place. There were loads of prostitutes been taken into rooms in there. It's the Bunday in Manchester, the Garden Hotel.
Right.
So this weekend, hey, it is what it is. Absolutely,
It was.
Paul.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
Of course we love you.
I always feel guilty the next morning. It's like, oh, fucking hell. You like to snore. I'm like, oh, sorry.
I don't do a recliner. I don't recline. Well, they
Yeah, but it ain't nice. It ain't nice though. If you
just his pants with his cowboy boots on.
My snoring is keeping you awake all night. It's like, and you've paid the same price as me. It's like,
No, it's all
it's
right.
bollocks. No, it's not really.
You just wake. It's because you piss you wake up, don't you?
It's all right if you.
Feeling rough.
It's all right if you snore.
I think if you get out about it, really, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's the hazard of the experience.
Guarantee I won't wake up.
59.
No matter how loud you're snoring, I won't wake
Oh,
up.
you fucking think so?
I'm
Is it
full-
middle of me and you then, Craig? Get
I
out
will
of the middle.
I will guarantee you.
Oh, fucking hell. Even that noise just winds me up straight away.
Mine. I think mine's like.
Well,
I'm aroused anyway. I'm aroused.
I've been told that I sound from the dark side, Darth Vader. So, yeah, it's one of them. One of them
I'll be back in a
snores.
sec.
Yeah, no worries. How old are you? I'll turn 59 in a couple of months. I'm 41. Yep.
How old are you? I'm 43. I
There you
think.
go.
I'm 43.
I
I
know.
think I am. 1973.
Yeah, you are.
1977.
You are now. Yeah. Is
Trying
it
to think about it.
It's June your
because,
birthday. Is it June? Normally?
June, yeah.
Yeah.
43, yeah.
Yeah, mine's in.
Catches up on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does over the years. But yeah,
I feel like I need to present myself better because I was getting slumped, and now I'm thinking, oh, he's 43. Oh, that's he's a handsome chap. Is that 43-year-old man?
absolutely self-conscious.
I am that vain. I am that vain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm vain.
I am on YouTube, so therefore I am massively vain.
You're so vain. You think this video is about you?
I think this live chat is about me.
Yeah, but
That's
no,
what I was trying to say to Matt from Massive Beer Reviews, but he didn't cut on.
no, well,
But that's a. Ooh, it's a bit.
I think that's a
But
kind of
thank.
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely, it's just me. But no, what it is my birthday in the UK this year was a very significant one. The 23rd of March was the first day of lockdown.
Mega shit.
So, boom! Yeah,
It's been the worst year ever. It's been shit in a lot of ways, but I mean, I've had some. There's been some ups and downs. There's some good bits, to be honest, for me personally. But yeah,
it was just the way it went. And stuff.
Let's get through it.
Yeah.
39 December. James will be 29 in the same day. Yeah, but Paul, who looks better for it? 10 years.
Paul's awesome, man.
Yeah,
39.
Exactly. 39. 39, looking fine, brother.
I thought you was younger.
Saturday night, if you will, daddy.
Yeah, I thought
39-year-old Paul. Paul P.A. Brew News, if you will, daddy.
P.A. Brew News reviews, baby.
If you will, daddy.
But no, I mean, according to Adam, I look younger now. And
like a fine vintage, if you will.
Yeah. Fine vintage. You know what I'm saying.
I don't right now. I'm probably like really tired, but everybody deals with stress. Nothing worse than stress to make you older, is the Paul? But
absolutely.
That's about it.
If there's anything to make you to look older, it's just for everyone.
Stress.
Experience this year. It's like it's one of them.
Yeah.
Not for everyone, but a lot of people.
Saturday night, if you will.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're we're really sharp on comments, which is really cool. So I appreciate everyone chiming in. There's loads of bloody comments. There's another one there. Look, another one for P.A. Bulldogs, baby. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Fucking pal. Look at photographs of me from 3 years ago. Jeez.
I think you've lost weight in the last 5 years, to be honest.
I've put on some weight in the last fucking 6 weeks as well.
No, I think
it is what it is.
I think you lost.
That's very kind of you, Paul. Sorry, Craig. Yeah, ups and downs. It's a tricky situation. I don't know about people who've been dealing with this situation. At the start of lockdown, I really struggled with it all. Then I started getting used to it, and then I was furloughed, and then I was brought back. So it's quite unsettling. To start with, I kind of like found myself. I felt like I had a bit of control over it, to be honest, and I'd made some really kind of like positive steps to do with myself in a lot of ways, and then it kind of lost its. I kind of lost my way a little bit, and just got a bit.
Yeah,
which was tricky. Which is tricky, and it still is a little bit, to be honest, because I'm now back at work, so I'm a little bit busier. So the time that I would have to like exercise, and it's about focusing your mind and stuff.
Are you still getting to you going to York now, Dave?
No. I'm working from home.
Oh right, okay.
Working from home probably until the new year.
Right.
As long as they don't fire me.
When was the last time you went? When was the last time you went to York?
Right at the start of March, end of September. Start of March, end of February.
Oh wow!
Last day I did in the office was like the 9th of March, something like that.
Right.
It was the week before lockdown was announced. Because because obviously I travel quite a long way, and I'm a bit like,
yeah. So
should I? And Boris was saying, no, people can work from home, and I'm like, I can work from home. I didn't need to travel, and I was like, I'm going to work from home. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, right, okay, yeah, you can work from home. That's fine. I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna sit on 2 trains, so I don't think that's a good thing. So that though, right at the start of March, it's nuts. It is nuts, and it's a long time, but we'll get through it, and we'll be better for it, and
Oh yeah, we'll get through it.
good stuff will come out of it, and
It's just like you say, a clusterfuck.
it's a long way. Yeah, I don't mind it in a lot of ways. As a weird misanthrope, I don't, because I'm a little bit older. I'm not that fucking bothered, for starters.
No.
And there's a lot of people who are really into it. Hopefully, my employers don't see this and fire me for my honesty. And also, but I mean, one of my previous role, there were a lot of people who were in a really similar circumstance, quite similar age, not massively different, maybe like 5 years one side or the other.
Right.
And you got things in common with folk, and then but then life changes, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
and things are no longer quite as fun. But I really. I just became really aware of the camera on me when I started like fucking divulging my soul about that for a moment. I'm like, hang on. Catch me while I fall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But my whole kind of existence, it's changed to the degree of my socialising. Of course, it's going to. But actual day-to-day kind of my routine and looking after people, it hasn't changed at all. Hasn't changed at all.
No.
And it's surprising the amount of people that I've actually listened to and talked to that it's not changed them at all. But obviously they are in the minority. But I just seem to know a lot of people that hasn't changed a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah,
it's not changed me a hell of a lot, to be honest.
Not really. Which is really interesting. Well, obviously, it's changed more.
Type of people, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just one of them things. You just don't. A lot of the people I know, it's not changed a lot. But that they are in the minority, like myself.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't imagine going into London.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be. Well, it depends, really, doesn't it? It depends whereabouts you're going. Yeah, Leeds was busy today. Leeds was busy, and it made me feel uncomfortable in like the main strip and stuff like that. I felt a bit like no one else gives a shit. It made me feel like that. So I put my mask on. Still, who the fucker is?
Yeah, well, fuck them. Do your bit, you know.
But then again, I don't really like all those people the best times anyway.
No.
So I would keep my.
Exactly. Forget about pandemics. I don't like crowded places anyway. So to me, I'm always wary of that anyway. Where I think a lot of people that have never been aware of that are more wary now.
I think most of the people are completely ambivalent to the whole fucking situation.
There's also a lot of people that don't believe the whole what's going on as well, which is like flat earthers again, you know? Yeah, exactly. So it's boring chat anyway. So what are you drinking?
It is what it is. I'm drinking the scrag end of Don't Mess with Yorkshire.
Oh yeah, you're still on. Yeah.
Don't mess with Yorkshire. It's got like last mouthful of that. Don't Mess with Yorkshire.
Nice. It's gone now. But yeah.
As for all our American viewers.
What there?
Yeah. Winterfell.
Wow, Paul.
That's where I exist.
So
Sean Bean is the mayor of Sheffield. Really should be.
I'm
She'll
gonna
be the
fly through,
Emperor of Sheffield.
these comments,
Being
which I think I've already done.
borrow, so I can come back.
Um,
Absolutely, Paul.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was such an incredible experience. It was such a
was.
wonderful memory, and I think everybody holds that kind of like time as such a fond memory.
Oh, it's there.
It was, and obviously you played such a big part in that, Paul. I'm not just kissing your ass, but
No, it's
it
just
brought
great.
people to it brought people together in a lot of ways, and obviously Paul's he's a big character and stuff as well. And
Oh, it's
fucking
just really,
that night in fucking Paul, that night in Huddersfield, me, you, and Stuart in that fucking Sam Smith's pub. It is what it is, man. I mean, it's great experiences, and that's what life's about, isn't it? Really.
yeah, but you can't buy them
No.
memories. They're just they're priceless. You know, it's one of them
Yeah.
deals.
Exactly.
They are.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
Well, we've just got Charming in here. How you doing, Thomas? You all right? Hope you're doing well.
I'm probably going to fuck off soon because I've not got the beer left.
Yeah, that's fair dues. I think I caught the tail end of yesterday. You lost your job and shit. So sorry about
Oh
that.
no!
Yeah, I think the old Corona.
I'll be fine soon. Yeah, it's terrible.
That's
I don't want to go on that fucking note, Craig.
No.
I'm just
Well, we're not.
getting another beer
not,
now. I can't leave on a terrible moment which like, haunts us all.
Don't get another beer.
That's such a sad thing to hear. I hope you find something, Thomas, because
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fucking life is fucking shit and hard right now.
You'll be good. You'll be good. So,
yeah, look after yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Anyone who's watching, like fucking, anyone who watches after, you know.
No, nobody who looks after it. Live only.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that count.
Well, yeah, but you know,
sorry.
We want a bit of like humanity about everything. It's just not just beer. It's
absolutely
what's going on. You know,
I think
it's all relative. You know, for me anyway. So.
Exactly, Paul. It's personality type, isn't it? Really, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but it makes it more real. It's
more than a lot of people. Not everybody lives in the woods, but
but it, you know that is what it is. But
I like people to be clear of me. I don't like to be too near people. People are annoying.
Yeah, but people
away from me. I completely call someone a dickhead for getting far too close to me today. To his face. Fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
But there is only a certain amount of space here. You don't squeeze it down there, dickhead.
Yeah, but there's
people.
This for me, this is the perfect excuse to say it. I thought it before, but like,
got a Paul McCann.
But now, like,
I wish Adam was on for me, Paul McCann. Paul McCann. Paul McCann. Yeah.
But now I'm like, do you want to move?
Get a Paul McCann.
Do you want to fuck off a little bit? I'm quite easy. I'm quite happy to say that now, whereas before I've been a little bit. I just move away. But now I'm like, fuck off. I don't care. It's gone to that degree. So. We're a little bit lagging behind on the old comments, so apologies.
Go for it, because I'm off for a while.
Right, there we go.
I gotta deal with some shit on my phone.
There we go. Yeah, no worries.
I'm back in a minute. I'm back in a minute.
Cool beans. So it's just me. So that's all cool. Yeah, no problem. What else we got here? Oh, fucking hell. Turn your sound off.
Fuck off.
Don't fart.
Here's a treat for all you.
Oh my God. I'm actually going to mute you or not?
I do so.
Well, we'll see. No, I can't hear nothing. We've got 7 people watching. Yeah, I didn't get to go there, which is a bit of a shame. But Sammy's Pub was glorious mess. So yeah, I missed that bullshit. But there you go. No worries, Thomas, man. Maybe we'll cross roads later on in this evening. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's just you hear about stuff like that, and it's like there's probably obviously there's loads of people going through the same kind of shenanigans as you, and just to keep the faith and stay positive, think positive, and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, one more comment here, and then we're up. Well, we're not quite. Well, there's one other one there. So yeah, just have Rob regard. So Rob's gone. So yeah, kind of expected to a degree. Drunk in Huddersfield stores. Yeah, I'm sure. Huddersfield was great. I didn't go there with you, I don't think, Paul, but I went. Did I go? I think you come over in the March of 2018, and in the August I went to Huddersfield, and it was absolutely. I think it was August. It was absolutely roasting hot. It's really good. So eventually I got there. Yeah, really good place. We got still 6 people watching. I really appreciate it. It's really a really good stream for me, at least tonight. It's been I don't think it did below like 5 for a few hours, which is like ridiculous for me. So I really do appreciate everyone who's watched and chimed in. When he gets back from he's gone. He might come back. We'll see. I don't know what Adam's at. But he's still there, so we'll find out. I'm just finishing off a beer here. Might as well go into it while I'm online. Pentridge. Okay, let's go full screen. So yeah, I'd say these are an up-and-coming brewery in the UK. We've lost one person, so yeah, it's going to happen this time of day. Shine Like Millions, double IPA. An IPA, 6.8% ABV. You can't really see it, but it's brewed with Citra Sabro, which is one of them hop varietals that everyone's going nuts about, and Simcoe. But yeah, really up and coming brewery. Probably not so much relevant if you're viewing from the US, but do like a Google search or an Untappd search. If you're going on to Untappd, you've got more of an idea of what they're all about. What we got here? Paul's living the dream at work. I'd like to believe you. We got Rod. How you doing, Rod? Hope you're okay, brother. If you want a link, just holler. They're saying backwards and forwards, saying hello. Yeah, you've been off for a while, haven't you, Rod? So yeah, I hope you've had a nice, relaxing week anyway, brother. Are you on any kind of streams later or whatever? Let us know. Or if you want to join, I'll send you the link now if you want. If you're not busy, it'd be good to have you on. I'll send it anyway, and then we will hopefully get my good friend on here. I'll send you anyway. If you can't, that's fine. And he's there. So it'd be cool if you could join just for maybe 20 minutes, half hour. You got the link. So awesome beans. I've just realised I'm still presenting myself, not in that way, but yeah, still got Adam there lurking. I think we said goodbye to Rob, so appreciate Rob from the legendary Hop Zine for joining. Matt from Massive Beer Reviews, Rory earlier. Okay, Paul, I'll send it to you. And you don't even need to put the camera on. Just hopefully you can. Even the audio will do. Doesn't need to be camera as well. So you got the link now as well. So potentially we could have Paul and Rod joining, which would be really cool. So Rod, check your links, yada yada. Checking other bits and bats. I'll put the link in to the Canadians if they want to join. We'll try and keep it going for a little bit longer. I can go get another beer. It's not a problem. We'll see. If no one joins, then within 10 minutes I'll be gone. It's one of them. I'll just go with the flow. So. So who are we going to get coming up? It'll be quite interesting. So Peter's online, so let's find out what he's at. Well, there we go. 5 people still watching this craziness. Just me, which is bizarre. There we go. We got Paul. Hello, can you hear us?
How we doing?
Yeah, that works well. You don't need a camera; just put it all into the old the audio.
Yeah, see if it works.
Yeah, well, no, it's sound. It works. It's fine.
Well, the last time we were on a chat and there was 3 people, well, 2 people and myself, and it worked perfectly fine. And then Adam was the 4th, and as soon as he joined, everything went to shit. So I don't know. Maybe 3's the magic number. I'm not sure. It might be for the fact that I have like 74 porn sites open at the same time. Maybe.
Right.
I'm not really sure. But you know, sacrifices can't be made like that. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes.
But it's just But good to hear from you.
Yeah.
You're at work, obviously.
Yeah, doing living the dream, doing the things. It's quiet right now, so I figured I'd pop on for a bit. That's all right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I was in Huddersfield, and it was just absolute chaos. And of course,
I'm a bit disappointed. I missed that kind of.
Well, I was really excited too. We went to the King's Head, and we went to Staley Bridge. I met Rob at Staley Bridge, and of course, we did the same thing. I made the mistake of ordering a half when I was with Peter for the first time because I wanted to get my first, cask beer. And we went to this one place. It was the Wayfarer or whatever. It was a pretty shitty place anyway. But I got my first cask beer, and, because I wanted to drink a lot of different stuff, I figured, okay, I'll get a half. And then he brings me this half. And everybody that was sitting next to me were like, why did he give you such a little glass? And I was like, I ordered a half. I didn't expect it to be this tiny. So I just took it down in one shot. And I said, okay, let's go get a real drink. And, of course, when I got with Rob and we went over to Staley Bridge's bar there, and we got, he ordered 2 halves and boom, shot glass. There you go. Okay, I'll take another. And shot that, and I shot that, and I shot that. And so I did I shot, I think, four halves in 5 minutes while we were there, and then we went off. Then we went to the King's Head, and that's where we met Stu. And then we got some beers there, some craft beers there.
Good old Stu.
Yeah,
Stu.
that was good. Yeah, I can't believe I got a chance to meet Stu there. The legend.
Love Stuart. He just talks too damn bloody fast.
He gets excited.
Oh,
He gets excited and he talks fast. Absolutely. But a nice thing, you can, when you're actually with Stu, you can actually understand what the fuck he's saying. So I mean, that's nicer, on the phone or like the live streams and stuff. Sometimes it's like, yeah, whatever. I just agree with him. But yeah, it was pretty good, and I really loved meeting him there in Huddersfield. Then we went there. Then we went to Rat Ratchet. Then we went to a different pub, the Star. That's where I had that Sarah Hughes Ruby Mild, which were absolutely fucking fantastic. But then I had my first HSB, which is a beer I definitely wanted to try when I was in England. So I found the Fuller's HSB. Well, it's just one of those ones that I always saw and I wanted to try. And I enjoyed over at the Rat and Ratchet. And then we went to the Sam Smith pub, and I was just loving it. And
I'm
stupid.
I'm always dubious about ESBs, especially when it comes to ABV.
Yeah.
Some of them are ESBs, but of the strength of a normal English bitter.
Yeah, right.
I'm just what's all that about?
All right. Well, no, yeah, sorry. The thing is, it's the same thing. Is like, you get an imperial stout that's 7%, get that shit out of my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're not 8.5 or above, don't call it a fucking imperial stout.
Exactly. You get a 7% imperial stout, and it's like, not really. It's just
not
a stout.
really. It's just a stout. It's not even a robust stout. It's just a regular stout.
No,
so,
it's just a bullshitty gimmicky thing on a bottle or a can. It's like, nah, not really.
Well, I think it's so funny because I understand maybe the taste difference is a little different this way, that way, but the big fucking craze that happened a couple years ago is let's make session strength IPAs. I was like, they make these things in England for the last fucking 1,000 years. You know what I mean? Like a session strength IPA. They made IPAs that were 3% in England forever. Like, I don't understand like the big deal. Why is it so fucking new? And here's the thing is, it actually, the body and mouth feels nicer on English IPAs than the fucking session strength ones that were coming out. They just taste like water with hops in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just weird how sometimes breweries try and perceive a beer, but
well, it's all about marketing.
With a bit of knowledge, you can just like, nah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all about marketing. It just, I prefer a properly made pale ale with a nice little kick to it than a fucking session strength IPA.
Yeah.
Because it's a more robust flavor. It tastes better. It's still a low ABV. You can still drink a shit ton of them, and it's just better. It's just better.
There's been a few beers, I mean, not so much with the stouts, but with IPA, New England IPA, where it's been a lower ABV, but the body has been like a double IPA.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like a good body.
Yeah, but it's really intrigued me. But just it doesn't. You're getting the best of both worlds. If you know what I'm saying.
And you can drink more because you're not going to get
exactly.
fast.
You're getting that whole experience of a double IPA in a session strength beer, and it's like, wow, this is a very new thing for me, at least. What I've tried.
Well, that's what I was. We were talking before, like, about what was it about? Do you drink just to get drunk? Or you do this? Do you do that? Do you do that? I said, if I could find a beer that tasted like a huge motherfucking delicious imperial stout, but was only 2%, I drink it because it tastes good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to get drunk. Like, I'm going to drink this because this is amazing in the taste, and it's not going to get me completely sloshed. That's good.
Yeah. No, it's just, but it's only recently I've come across one or two of these beers, and it's just like session strength, bold body thickness of a double IPA that's session strength, and it's like
with crazy flavor.
That's not yet exactly on top of that, and that's not really happened for me too much.
No, actually, I've been finding the opposite, where you get these double IPAs that are supposed to be bombastic and crazy, and they're thin and they're watery and they're boring.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I've had one or two recently that have like, hello. Do you know what I mean?
That's nice. Yeah, when you can have those hello moments.
You're getting everything you want from that low ABV with a a higher ABV.
Yeah.
Into
Well,
one.
I mean, right now I'm not in the heart of a brewing mecca or anything like that. I mean, the craft beer around here is so much more available, but at the same time, it's we're just being inundated with boring, ill-produced beer. You know what I mean? So I haven't had those wow moments like I wish I had every fucking time.
Yeah, you're right, Adam.
Yeah, sorry, I was going through a debrief.
Produce. We're just talking about like New England IPA. Recently, I've had a couple of beers. I've had a couple of beers where they're on the session strength kind of level.
Yeah.
But they've had the body of a double IPA.
Yeah, I completely agree. The Stewart, the one that's been in Lidl recently, the Stewart New England IPA, exactly like that.
I don't know what it was. I think I mentioned it. I lose track now, but it just it's really impressive that you've got that body of a double IPA into a session, session strength New England IPA, and it's just like fucking happy days. You know, it's one of them.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. By the way.
Hello. Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Oats, I think, helps in that factor.
It's probably what it is. It's more oats. It's more
oats and torrefied wheat,
or whether it's flour.
Terrified
flour.
Wheat.
Yeah, they're absolutely petrified. Petrified wheat.
Petrified wheat.
You know, it's
scary.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just.
I'm gonna get into brewing here probably next month. I'm gonna start brewing again, but I'm gonna start with wine. I'm gonna put a wine on, then maybe a mead, and then when I get my house fixed up the rest of the way, when I can get my shit, because I'm trying to make an electric brew system too. So when I get a little bit more chance to do that, then I'll get back into beer again.
Get a decent internet as well.
Yeah. That might happen. Not maybe. I don't know.
You live out
I don't really have choices, so it's one of those things. Like I got what I got. So, but I mean, if I do have something I can use later, cable or whatever the fuck that
it doesn't matter. I'm just messing with you, but
yeah, no, it's okay. Well, I think it's StreamYard too because I can I can still video chat with my friends. Like if they call me on Facebook Messenger, I can still do that just fine. So I don't know if it's something else or whatever, you know.
I think as well, StreamYard, it basically lowers it to whoever's got the lowest bandwidth, and it lowers the quality so that you don't.
The trouble, what they've done recently, they've actually upped the lowest bandwidth to 720.
Yeah.
So potentially it could be even worse if anyone's got like a below par internet kind of level.
So right now I have full bars of reception, so it should be fine.
Yeah,
but there's been times where it's been screwed up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. There's been times where I've had full bars of reception and it still screws up. Like, must just be because I have an iPhone and maybe I need to get a new phone. But I am a prick and I don't do things. So I mean, it's one of those kind of.
It doesn't matter. Well,
I'm just hoping just to get to. I'm looking forward to trying to get to what is it called, 1,000 subscribers again. Not because of monetization, but so I can start streaming from my phone at the house again and see if that works.
Yeah,
that way I can do painting videos and stuff again.
I would love to get to 1,000 subs and still not monetize. That's my goal.
You're not a million miles away.
It doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
You're like 825 or something like that.
Yeah, he's like 130 away, 160 away or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter either way. It's just one of them deals where you get to that point. It doesn't matter about subs, but it's actually the viewing kind of figures. That's the one. But even still, if I got to that point, I'll be like,
well, yeah, you have to have 1,000 subs, and then you have to have 16,000 hours of viewing.
Well, it's 4,000 a year or whatever it is. But I just want to get to that point.
That's crazy.
And then still not monetize. Just
the thing, even if you don't monetize, YouTube will monetize you anyway. YouTube will put adverts on, whether you monetize them. Yeah, whether
Right,
you monetize
right.
them.
Yeah, but if they start doing that, what I'll do, I'll just put my PayPal account everywhere. Fuck them.
It
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
matter. They'll still put adverts on.
Yeah, but I mean, you can
If I-
still have the option of having the super chats. I was like, don't use that. Just put it on.
yeah. Well, if I
PayPal.
start doing live strip club feeds, I might be able to get a lot of subscribers pretty quickly.
Yeah, I reckon
So
it
I
wouldn't
figured I'd
take.
do that.
It'd probably take a night or one stream.
As
probably.
long as the tassels stay on, it's okay. It's not naked. So I mean,
Well, yeah, that's it.
then,
That's, yeah, otherwise that'd be a copyright
keep those
strike
tassels on.
straight there. Yeah.
Yeah,
if them
keep it
tassels
classy,
come off-
girls. Keep it classy.
If them tassels come off,
Yeah.
then that's a copyright
Oh,
strike.
then you're fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't do that. No, sorry.
Well, it is
No
what it is.
areolas on this channel, good sir.
Interesting chat.
Exactly.
I know. I'm all for it. So let me know when.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I was hoping Rob was going to talk about Huddersfield when we were in the Sammy Smith pub. I mean, there's a lot of videos of it too, but it was a beautiful, loud, drunken blur. That I mean, I remember everything, but it was just chaos, and it was great, and it was just horrible at the same time. It was glorious. It was a hot mess on a plate of shit, and it was great. And I actually like really
It's that-
drinking. I actually like drinking all their shit anyway. So I was getting extra drunk when I was there anyway. And I was trying to buy people every fucking beer in the world. Like, here, just drink this. I don't know who you are. Drink this. It was great.
awesome.
It's the woman that in the video that was like constantly around you made me laugh.
Oh yeah, no, that was perfect. That was. I mean, that's my scale of woman too. That's what I go for. So I mean, I'm surprised I didn't bring her home with me.
What methylated?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because you try to get your dick between those teeth that aren't there anymore. You know, and it's good for the blowjobs. Scrape them hard. Fuck yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I could draw like little plants and trees on her track lines. You know what I mean? To make it like an tattoo art on her. It's nice.
Yeah, the problem is when you take it back and she goes, "Do you want to have meth?"
But
And
she's
you're like, "Nah, you're all right."
that's what you look for though when you're traveling. When you're seeing new things, you need very unique people like that in very unique places to help make memories and do good stuff. And I like that. That's one of the locals. Look at you. Look at how crazy you are. Methed out. That's good.
I'm pretty sure you can find that in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Probably.
It almost reminded me of where I came from in Berwick too, or Berwick. You know what I mean? Like, cause they like crackheads just like fly out of the trees and scamper down the fucking sides of the walls and the buildings and stuff. You know, if you're walking around with a flashlight, you'll spook them, and they go ah, and they just kind of scatter. It's good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's a lot different than kicking bears in the ass at your house in the woods. So it's interesting.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really happen here, to be fair. But,
Well, I know exactly. So it's different, you know.
Yeah, I wish it would. We'd get rid of the cat. We'd get rid of the cats. That's the problem.
Yeah.
In terms of-
Probably.
In terms of wildlife, I just had a fight with a spider's nest.
Yeah. I heard
Or
you.
last.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't take a strimmer to a spider's nest. That's it.
No,
That's
they
on
blows up.
Thursday.
There's spiders everywhere.
That's on you.
Yeah, and you're wearing shorts, and he decides to take chunks out your leg.
Wow. Interesting.
Ooh.
They're making.
Yeah, I remember I was doing gardening one time, and I guess I was standing over like I don't know, I didn't know they did this at the time, but I was younger, and they have ground bees where they have the nest in the ground. The next thing you know, I'm fucking, my whole legs are covered with bees. I'm like, oh, this is not good. And then of course the panic and the screaming and the chaos happens after that.
Yeah.
That was fun times.
Oh, well, these didn't come up till the day after, so I literally was like, "Ugh, dealt with those spiders well, didn't I?" And then no. Hives all over my legs.
Little pretty hives. I'm covered with poison oak and poison ivy right now, so I'm loving life too.
Yeah. We don't get a lot of poison ivy here. Mostly nettles,
Mhm.
and if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
if you
Yeah,
smell it at
stinging
the time,
nettles.
yeah.
Anyway,
If you smell it at
anyway.
the time, sorry.
I just wanted to chime in. I'm going to end the stream now. We've been going almost short, just shy of 4 hours. It's not bad. So I wanted to thank everyone who's joined: Adam, Paul, Matt, Rob, Rory. Is there anyone else? I think that's it. Loads of people in the chat. Really proper awesome. It's been a really nice, enjoyable stream, free flowing. Saturday night stream.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate it. Really awesome. So yeah, we're gonna cut it now. We've got 5 people watching, which is absolutely epic. We've not dipped below that, which has been really cool. So I really do appreciate it, and we'll see. Potentially tomorrow there might be like a few hour stream. We'll see, because I've just been told I've got another day of shenanigans. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you everyone watching, everyone who's joined. These 2 guys on the screen now.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi.
Keep safe.